Whoa.
Check the spreads when the distance. Now we're dropping these locks. Just the boys in the wheel to cash big. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your bankroll for glory. Don't lose your grip on the almanac pass. You must bet just to keep it alive. So the pick is in it. It's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. Face to face, out on the air, hanging tough, staying sharp. They stack the odds, still we take to the square for the win with the skill to survive. The pick is in, it's the thrill of a line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. The pick is in. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the units. When the distance, now we're not gonna stop. Just the boys and the will to survive. It's pick is in, pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the fix might be in, but we're calling it right. Heywood's almanac, Jonah, Snoop in the fight. Is the fix in? Is it all predetermined? Back to the future, future's looking certain. Tune in weekly for the picks and the laugh. Sports betting expert dropping knowledge on the path. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Pick is in, pick is in, pick is in.
Yo, yo,
What-
yo, yo.
What's up, Heywood's Almanac?
What's up, Snoop Von Poop?
Always up on my sack. What's up?
Hey, what up, buddy?
dude?
What up, brother?
Welcome to the show today.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Snoop. Another Thursday. Welcome to the Pick is In, everybody. Got a locked and loaded show for you, as Snoop likes to say. I wish I was as loaded as the show. Ha ha.
Damn.
What up, brother? How you doing? How's life? How's your day?
It was, I can't complain. Fantastic, It's
Fair to
another one in the
middling?
books. I'm just, you know what it is? I'm sure happy it's Thursday. Happy to be here with you. We get to talk about some useless stuff in people's lives called sports, and I'm excited about it. So,
I love doing this with you, Snoop. Thursday nights, grateful to be here. Thank you, Snoop, for the platform. Thank you for getting me going on social. If it wasn't for you, there's no Heywood. So cheers to Snoop Von Poop. Cheers to the Pick is In. And most importantly, cheers to all the great people at home.
cheers. That's too sweet of you. That you don't have to say that fucking nonsense. Oh, I shouldn't say the F word this early in the episode. My bad. We don't want to get the algorithm already.
Cash, add the under. Let's go.
What up,
What's up,
Teresa?
$5? Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man, it's dude, it's an exciting week. Dude, we have a great guest tonight. Dude, how fun was the conversation we had with Toad last night?
Dude, I think the number one thing with this podcast is just getting to know people. We were lucky to be able to talk to the people, and that was great talk.
It
That's
is-
just, it's
I-
fun.
I had a great time talking to him, despite our differences. You know,
Oh yeah, we'll get into that, man. That was a crazy take.
we can work through these things. No, it was a great chat with Toad, and so everybody, make sure you stick around for the interview portion of this live stream here today, because we had a great conversation with Toad from Stool Sports, and this is, dude, this guy, I might fucking have to just join his podcast because he might know more shit than you when it comes to betting and numbers and shit, dude. I'm just saying he's like autistic or something. So he
Knows his shit.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I might have to jump ship and
Well, it's he has all the time, man, putting up a daily show, and that's considered his work. That's pretty cool, dude. I wish I had that time availability for the pick is in and all that stuff, but as a full-time job. But yeah, he's very knowledgeable, Snoop. Very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Dude, you want to talk about some promo stuff?
Let's go.
What about the phone booth podcast on Substack.com?
That's right, where you can find all the podcasts, including Snoop's Here's the Thing podcast, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. EST. Now, do you stream Tuesdays on here, or do you release it the day before for subscribers?
Dude, I've been lacking on the Substack posting. I know we're going through some Substack changes, but I will get everything caught up to date. But yeah, no, we're just rearranging some things, just the way the sites are set up. But nonetheless, go to the phone booth podcast.substack.com. Dude, the phone booth put out a fucking absolute banger last night. Like, go check out their episode with Sir Escanor.
Stop. I'm about to check it out.
It's available to subscribers on phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. And dude, he's a fascinating individual. I wish I could have been a part of the conversation. He seemed cool.
Snoop, we got shirts. Tell the folks at home.
Dude, look at that. Look at those threads made by the wonderful Thread Theodore Logan. These shirts are only $20 too. They're cheap. And the quality is amazing. They're so soft. And they come in a ton of different colors, from the light blue. The black, I think, is my favorite. The gray you got there. Yeah, I think that one's my favorite.
Ooh.
Like, yeah. That one looks really good.
They got extra fat for our sizes. Darn it.
Yeah, well, only from the waist down. But,
you're right. I like the black ones. They look good.
Yeah. And I think the red ones are pretty cool too. I think see if you can bring the red one up. Yeah. Whoa. That's not bad. Not
bad at all, man. And check us out on YouTube at the Pick Is In podcast, where we got all our episodes up on that platform. Go give us a sub. We're up to 69 there. Thank you for all the support. And then go follow my brother, Snoop Von Poop, over on X. At Snoop Von Poop is his handle. One of the best people on X, and just a great dude. Just go give him a follow, and then check him out on YouTube at Snoop Von Poop. He's climbing on the subs. Cheers to all of them. Let's go. And check him out on Rumble as well. Snoop, you go by Von Poop on Rumble, and then over on Rumble as well, check out the Pick Is In podcast, where you can find all the Pick Is In. So go give us a sub, and cheers to all the Doms. And then Snoop, this guy Heywood, you know a little bit about him, this guy?
The artist formerly known as Heywood Giablami, a.k.a. Heywood's Almanac. Yeah, I know a thing or two about him.
Right.
He lives by an unconfirmed runway, in the...
Christopher Clive. That's right. So go give us a follow. Go support us. We support whatever we can for you guys, and we love the support. So let's go back full screen. And Snoop, you got your beverage with you, brother?
I got an energy drink. I'm just sipping on an energy drink. It's terrible. It's probably worse than alcohol, probably. But
cheers to the Doms and subs.
Cheers.
Well, Snoop, NBA Finals just got done. We have a new NBA champion. Boy, man. The Knicks took it down, baby. What, 4-1? You called it a couple months ago, aka a couple years ago in advance. So you do got the almanac when it comes to basketball, brother. But congratulations to the New York Knicks. Congrats to Mikal Bridges, Shamit, X-Suns. I got a couple of posts I want to pull up for the people at home. I'm not gonna lie, man. They had a legendary run, Snoop. When they only have a couple losses in the playoffs, and just a really damn good team. Been together for a couple years. Veteran Leighton, Brunson is the glue in the fourth. That team was they gelled, and kind of like what Mark Jackson did with the Warriors pre-Kerr. Thibodeau. Pre their new coach. So I mean, I wonder if he gets a ring. I wonder.
Did they only lose 2 games in the whole playoffs?
What was their record? 1, 2,
I know
2
they were
games.
12. They were 12-0 going into the finals and only lost the.
No, then that's one. Excuse me, they lost 1 game. My bad. That's incredible. What was it, like a month and a half? They only lost 1 game. That's freaking nuts. But
It's
yeah.
They had a legendary run, and I got some stuff too I want to bring up about it. Let's talk about this. What do you got here?
Yeah, just showing a picture of them having the Larry O'Brien, the prized possession. Man, that's one of the best looking trophies in sports.
It's the Lawrence O'Brien.
Lawrence O'Brien, right. But that trophy is beautiful. Congratulations to the city of New York, all the New York fans out there. First time in 53 years that they won the title. Just congrats to that team, man. Jalen Brunson was named 2026 NBA Finals MVP. He averaged 32.6 points per game, a little over 4 rebounds, 4 assists, leading to the Knicks the first championship again in 53 years. And I wish the game could have gone longer, or the series could have gone longer, but hey, they're just a better team. And check this stat out, brother. Check this out with Jalen Brunson. So MJ and Brunson, this is the list, okay? So Brunson and Jordan, for the most points on the road in an NBA Finals clinching game history, Jalen had 45, and Mike was the other. So pretty historic feat by Jalen on their run. And then shout out, like I said a minute ago, shout out to Mikal Bridges, one of my favorite players in the league. Man, I miss him. Good for him. Congratulations to him. And did you happen to see what he said in the post-game, Snoop?
I didn't see what he said in the post game, but I did hear about his little. I heard he went on like a streaming rant or something on Instagram, maybe. I don't know. I don't really follow it, but I heard that he had like just a celebration type moment. But more power to him. I'm happy for him, man. He's like. Dude, that's the player that you want to root for. Okay, boom, you're wearing the jersey tonight. Boom, shout out to Mikal Bridges. That's the player you want to root for because he's a workhorse. He doesn't miss a game. He's out there every fucking game and doing what he can to help the team win. I was very disappointed when we traded him for what I think is not even maybe a top 10 player in NBA history. If we're being honest, we don't need to name him, but
Where's
know
the
who
Jim
you are.
Rum button? Where's the Jim Rum button?
Is that the allegedly one?
Yeah. Hold on, say that sentence. Say that sentence again. Say that sentence again. Traded for what?
I do. So we traded, the what I consider the workhorse of the NBA for arguably not a top 10 player in NBA history.
Allegedly.
But you know what? I'm happy for Bridges, dude. He deserves the championship because he hasn't missed a game in how many years? 6?
Yeah, fucking Iron Man, dude. He plays hurt all the freaking time. He is somebody to look up to when you're young, dude. Like, this is the type of example. Not freaking
He's 6'7". Of course, you're gonna look up to him.
Well, obviously, Snoop, but just playing, just never missing a game. All these players that miss games and player management and soft tissue issues and people not playing a minimum amount of games. This guy is the Iron Man, dude. The Warden. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
And I was a little story the KD trade, I remember it pretty vividly. Well, it was like 11:31 at night. I remember reading like the first update. I just said Suns traded for Kevin Durant for Cam Johnson picks, and that's all it said. So I like got really excited, and then a minute later, another tweet comes out, and it includes Bridges. And I'm not gonna lie, I teared a little bit. Teared a little bit. Fucking, that was hard. That was a lot that we gave up. A fucking lot.
Yeah, because the KD years. What do you think in the future? Like, how will the KD years be looked back upon? Like, do you think that there'll be some happiness? Like, I mean, I've never been high on Kevin Durant, and I've never wanted him on any team. Being a Suns and Miami Heat fan, I didn't want him on either team. But Mikal Bridges, I've wanted on every team. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. What's a word I could find? Underwhelming is a great probably word for KD. Underwhelming.
well, you have to have relationships in the clubhouse. It's like when you work with people, you want to get along with them, so you have better chemistry when it comes to the product you put out.
Yeah. Yeah. I did see the Instagram videos you're talking about. He was a little tipsy singing to his dog.
Who doesn't sing to our dog? Come on.
Who doesn't? I mean, come on now, right? Right. But no, in the post conference, so he was traded for like 4 or 5 draft picks. I got a little video I want to show that he talks about, and he says, "Fuck those picks." It's pretty fucking funny. Am I good, Snoop?
Yeah, go ahead. Is that the?
Go ahead.
I don't think you're on the right page. Maybe.
Oh. Okay. My bad. Here we go. My bad. Thank you, Snoop. All right. Good.
Yep.
I mean, how's it
Them
feel
picks.
for you?
You talking about them picks?
Yes, sir. Look what we got.
Talk
great
that
for
talk.
Two
you know what I'm
five?
saying?
Hey, listen about them picks. We're not leaving.
Yeah,
Man, we got him out of Brooklyn. Look at him now. Look at him now. He's a champion. Look at him now. Everybody doubting you and what? What? Nah, I ain't take no bottle for me, boy. Hey, them picks.
Those picks. I think it was.
I love it.
I love it too, dude. I think it was like 4 or 5 first round picks they traded for him. But like, I love it fucking too. Why not, right?
Yeah, dude, check this out. I got a Jalen Brunson talking too. Check this out. He said this at the parade. I think this is maybe just this morning, maybe.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who have a lot of opinions, but when you prove them wrong, you really don't have to say shit to them. Nah, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. There's a lot of people.
Dude, so it's such an amazing time for New York and New York sports right now. I'm super excited for them and the Knicks. Dude, but these people are wilding out there in New York. I want to play this other video real quick here. Like, this is the celebration on the streets here. Look at this. Look at this.
I can't believe this is real.
Wow.
Oh man, see, this is you don't even know what it's like to have championship fever, do you?
Yeah.
Like, these people are wilding out, man. It's crazy. But hey, good for them to have having a good time, I guess. But part of me feels like act like you've been there before. You know.
Right, dude. So talking about the celebration, it's pretty cool to see some of the like cooler videos, the non-violent and non-craziness, like the watch parties in New York for that last game. Like Parks had T-trons up, and the whole neighborhoods are watching. Like in every different neighborhood, in every bar, and every restaurant, there was like some camaraderie. Like that's what's great about like sports in a nutshell when you're trying to win a championship. The city does come together, and luckily, the game-winning clinching game was not in New York.
I
Right?
think you might be right when it comes to that aspect. Like, I mean, that town might have just, erupt.
All right.
You
Right.
know, yeah.
So
Um,
I got a question for you, Snoop. I got something I got pulled up here. I want to share here. I got a question for you. Is Jalen Brunson the greatest Nick ever? Now, is he? What would you rank him as all-time great Nick players? That's a great picture of Patrick. What do you think, Snoop?
that's
That's
it's crazy. I guess he's in the conversation because he's won a championship now with the Knicks. But it's hard to ignore people from the past. Willis Reed, his heroic moments winning the championship. Uh, Patrick Ewing, is one of my favorite players of all time, except for I hated having to mop floors after him because
he was one of the most sweatiest players, wasn't he?
he sweat a little bit.
I didn't know he
So
was one of your favorites.
yeah, no, I always liked him as a center, as a player. I mean, I really liked the whole Dream Team. Really, like pretty much, everybody that was on the team. I mean, Christian Laettner is one, that we could discuss not being there, but I always like Ewing. I always like the Knicks franchise too as an organization. I think maybe I did Neil Walk might have even played for the Knicks at one point. Oh, dude, let's get into this fool right here. Here, you go ahead and talk about this. I'm so disappointed in you as someone that went to ASU. Like you should know better, guy. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
dude. James Harden was arrested in Houston on June 13th this past week for misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon. Cleveland Cavaliers guard James Harden was taken into custody approximately 3:41 a.m. in Houston, Texas, after police discovered a handgun in plain view on the seat of his vehicle, which was not secure in a holster, leading to a misdemeanor charge of unlawful carrying of a weapon. He was booked into Harris County Jail at 4:57 a.m. and released shortly after, posting only a $100 bond. I did not know that. Harden's arraignment is scheduled for June 22nd, 2026. And it says here the arrest occurred while Harden was driving through downtown Houston in a Mercedes, and he was acknowledged ownership of the firearm. This is reported to be the first criminal arrest. Although he has faced civil complaints in the past, the Cleveland Cavaliers have stated that they are aware of the arrest and monitoring developments, maintaining contact with Harding and his representatives. Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty mugshot, Mr. James. Disappointing is right. Disappointing is right, Snoop.
It's just like what, like let me ask you a question. Like, do you think the Madden curse or the Kardashian curse is worse for a player?
Kardashian.
So, is that what we have here? Is just a case of the Kardashians?
Which one was he with and how long ago? I know a lot of players, you know.
He was with what's her name? I don't. Chloe, is that her name? The one
Okay.
that Lamar Odom was with.
Ah, okay. Maybe is that recent in the last few years?
I don't remember how many years it's
Right.
been. But
Because I know Booker dated one years ago after who was it? Who was it? Who is it? Who is it? One.
Kendall, one of the younger
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. The man curse maybe 10, 15 years ago, but there's definitely a Kardashian curse, brother.
Yeah, I mean, even Kanye experienced it,
Yeah, yeah. And how can I mean NBA players? I mean, for God's sakes, you make the freaking most amount of money on planet Earth. Fucking have your shit locked down. Like, have somebody drive for you if you're at the clubs. Don't fucking ride dirty. Like, just be smart. What the fuck? Everybody's looking at you. You're on a magnifying glass. You're gonna just gotta watch your p's and q's, man. What the fuck?
Do you know where that expression comes from? Mind your P's and Q's?
Enlighten us, Snoop.
So it comes from an old expression in like the 1800s saloon days, and people would say, "Mind your pints and quarts." So like, pay attention to what your bar tab was. Mind your pints and quarts. Mind your P's and Q's. Yeah.
Interesting. That's some good little knowledge. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Dropping knowledge right here on the Pick Is In every Thursday.
That's right. That's right. You got any other NBA stuff? I got a bunch of NBA news after this, but you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I got some stuff for sure. You know what? I want to send a shout out real quick to this dude, and maybe we can talk about this for just a quick second. But Devin Booker wants to change his number to 15. And I wanted to send a shout out to Kevin Son's armband. So he made this jersey and he put the duct tape as the 5 on the jersey right there. So, but shout out to Son's armband, Kevin.
That's pretty funny, the duct tape. But since we're talking about, I was going to wait in the last one, but I mean, might as well pull it up. Pull up what I got shared since we're talking about it. See here. So yeah, Devin Booker has changed his number to number 15 this upcoming season. He wore 15 on the Olympic team, and his dad Melvin actually wore this number. It is kind of full circle, and his icon is Kobe. He changed numbers. What do you think about this, Snoop?
I don't know. I don't really feel one way or another about it. I don't really personally care. Our friend El Poopy was messaging me. I think it was this morning or yesterday, and he was saying that he wasn't happy about it. But I was just like, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. I think he was going to honor his father. I think the announcement was supposed to come out, I think, on Father's Day or something. So he's going to try to honor him somehow, maybe, and that's cool. I don't know.
He actually He did drop a little nugget a couple years ago, talking about his dad in an interview, just joking around. Maybe I might have to change to 15 one day. He said that, I remember, a couple years ago in an interview, but just joking around. But go ahead, sir.
Well, I think it's another way for them to sell a bunch more jerseys too. So there's like the whole business part of it. So
it is now. Like, I think I own like 4 number 1 Booker jerseys, so I'm gonna have to go out and get some more. And hey. Hey, clearance. They're going to all be on sale. So if you don't have a Booker jersey that you wanted from before, that's a plus. That's a plus. So that's kind of 15, huh? We'll talk about that in the segment more in our second half part after the recording. Let's see here. I got some NBA stuff, Stu.
You want to...
I got it shared up here. So, and news around the league, Washington Wizards center Alex Sarr, he's really good, underwent surgery to repair a fractured foot on Monday, sources tell ESPN. Sarr sustained the injury on a contact play during an offseason workout late last week. He's expected to be healthy for the start of the season. He's actually a really good player, Snoop. Up-and-coming young player in the league. And then in other news, Chicago Bulls are finalizing the hire of Portland Trailblazers interim coach Thiago Splitter as their franchise new coach. So it is now official. The Bulls got their guy. And then this is kind of big news, Snoop. Trae Young, who got traded to the Washington Wizards, plans to decline his $48.97 million player option for the 26-27 season. He will become a free agent on Monday. Washington still remains the front runner. This is interesting. His name's been leaked here on and off for a couple of years, but what's your thoughts on Trae Young, Snoop?
I think if the price is right, I don't know if he's worth $49 million anymore.
He's okay.
At least over the last couple of seasons, I don't really feel like he's been at that level.
when he's been on the court, he has just health the last couple of years. Let me rephrase the question. Not money. Is he a good fit here?
Well, I think the Suns just need a point guard, like a real point guard. I think that benefits them in so many different ways. I think they could, roll with Green and Booker probably, and figure the rest out accordingly. But but they need a true point guard to really to guide them. You know what I mean?
Great point. Because if we do get a legit badass point guard, Booker will be better. The other players on the team will be better. Booker wouldn't be forced to play point guard all the time. He's better off the ball. Give him the ball in certain situations as ISOs and handling the rock, but he should be handling the rock all game. You make a great point. A good point guard will elevate this team and Booker. Booker's best year was with a great point guard,
Yeah, I know there's a lot of speculation about players like De'Aaron Fox too, and I'm not crazy about him. I don't want to see him come to the Valley.
What happened to him in the finals?
He wants his contract. I think is more than Trae Young's there.
It's pretty high, but man, after what I saw in the finals, I don't even know if I want to even think about De'Aaron Fox. Yeah,
right? Did you see the Knicks player? Did you see the Knicks community making De'Aaron Fox Knicks jerseys?
Yeah,
that shit was fucking hilarious.
It looked like his head was just not in the series whatsoever. Oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah, dude. I got some Wemby footage from after the series. You want to see it?
Yeah, perfect. Actually, perfect.
Check this out.
My name is Wemby, and I fucked up the game. I fucked up my chances at the championship. The Knicks gonna take home the trophy. I threw the ball at his back. I threw the ball. I threw the ball at his back. Threw the ball. I threw the ball at his back. Threw the ball. My name is Wemby.
Oh man!
Where did you get that?
So it's just like we support this Victor Wembanyama. We're glad that you could find another career path. If basketball doesn't work out, we're proud of you.
I'm glad you had something with Wemby. I had something in the press conference from him after the game, but like the ESPN logo and the NBA logo, so we don't want to get flagged. So I'm glad you showed that. They'll be back, man. They're young. They'll get back there again. There's going to be a moment in the future where we're going to be like, fucking Wemby, because he hasn't done nothing bad to our sons. This guy is going to be great for a long time. So hopefully he doesn't get hurt. And yeah, they'll be back, man. They're a young-ass team.
Dude, okay, so I have a couple other things we could bring up. I'm not sure what you want to get into first. We were talking about James Harden. Let's get
NBA. Any NBA.
So okay, let's talk about the Warlock, James Goldstein for a second. As we've talked about previously on some of these podcasts, this crypt keeper of the NBA, or whoever this man is. Here's a video before the game in San Antonio the other night. Oops. Let me put it back to full screen here.
From Saturday night. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Good morning. Are you here for the game? Who do you have tonight? It's over tonight? Ooh, we'll see, because I'm here saying Spurs in 7. You guys have a good one.
It's over tonight, he says.
Interesting. This is something to take tabs on in the future with this guy.
Yeah.
This is really something to take tabs on. Coming to light. So like we discussed this, you see NFL, NBA, he's been at. Have you heard about any other sports?
He was with Paul Skeens' wife just last month or whatever. What's her name? Livy something. She's a model.
Yeah, the blonde, right?
I forget her name, but
shit.
Yeah. Yep. So
Shit,
I
maybe we need to ask him betting advice since he fucking knows. Right?
well,
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's over tonight, and it was. Like,
he knows.
the Jalen Brunson handshake. The LeBron thing. Like, dude, keep diving into this. This is interesting.
Yeah, totally. I got, you know what? I got some Michael Jordan stuff. If you want, I can share this. I don't want to play the sound because the sound will definitely get us flagged. But let's watch this video. Here, let me read the caption for it first. How old heads describe Jordan. So let's check this out. And then I'm gonna have to. The audio will get us flagged, but look at when people describe Jordan.
Oh, jeez. Ah, good God. By the way, I love that entrance song. I mean, our sons took it from the Bulls, but I love that entrance song.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
a good one.
Christ. Steroids. Is this James Goldstein? It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Fucking Flipway shoots a 3. My gosh.
That's fun though, but I mean, like, that's how he was. I mean, when people describe him, like, he was that crazy of a player. Like, people had never seen, his athletic ability and his showmanship and the way he,
Great word to use, showmanship. And, like newer terms, there's this thing called aura the kids have been using the last couple of years. He was the definition of it back in the day. Like, there was just something when he walked into the fucking room. Like, I had the privilege to see him 3 times live, and it was just different. Like, even the best player on the other team will, like, know when he's there. Like, like, pay attention. Like, he was just on a different freaking level. Yeah. Showmanship.
Right.
Great word.
Right.
Great word.
So I got some footage of Kendrick Nunn, former Miami Heat, Los Angeles Laker. Kendrick Nunn, he had a little scuffle after the game. I think this is in China. I think it's was it? Let me see. What was it? China? It just says overseas. I'm not sure exactly where overseas, but look at it.
It's a big dude.
Yeah.
It's a big dude.
But damn, I always thought, Kendrick Nunn had a good run when he was with the Miami Heat. I liked him, at the time.
What was his last name again, Snoop?
Nunn, Nunn, I believe.
Okay. Well, shoot, I got a couple more NBA things, and then I got some NFL stuff. So next Tuesday, everybody, NBA draft, 8 p.m. Eastern. Can't wait for this. It's going to be intriguing. This is a deep draft, even with all the people coming back to school and NIA deals. So interesting. Next Tuesday is round 1. So make sure to stay tuned on that. We will be discussing definitely parts of the draft Thursday on next week's show as well. And then in other NBA news, let me see if I can get it here. Walker Kessler has reportedly rejected a 5-year, $140 million offer from the Utah Jazz. And his camp is seeking significantly more. This guy's been injured a lot lately, but this guy can lead the league in blocks. He's a double-double machine. Dude's a really good player. And other Utah Jazz news, the Jazz are genuinely torn between AJ Dibasta and Darren Peterson. Cam Boozer with the number 2 pick in next Tuesday's NBA draft. Utah won't hesitate to take Peterson despite canceling his workout with the Jazz if it determines he's the best player available. So we got the draft next week, Snoop. Ooh. Yep. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you're excited about it. It doesn't really excite me a whole lot. Like, I don't. I feel like the Suns need to address their issues not in the draft. They need a veteran point guard, and they need some help. At the 4-5, they need something else there.
They do. They do. There's some really good talent in there. So hopefully we get another solid young piece going forward. A young point guard or a big would be nice, but best player available. We'll see what our team does next week. So we moved up last year, and we took a player we liked with with Fleming. So we'll see what we do.
Yeah, no, but, like the recent history has been great with draft picks. They've made some good picks. We've got some great young talent. And that's kind of why I feel like we maybe need to go to more of a veteran approach. Towards the next season.
I agree with you on there. Better. That would be awesome here. Man, that would be great if we can get like just a good vet point guard. That would go a long way with our growth. I mean, I believe in Colin. We'll get into that. They're extending him an offer. I like him, but I think we need more help besides him.
Yeah, like I would almost, rather bring in a player. I don't know if Trae Young's the guy, like we talked about a little earlier, but a veteran point guard, and then have, I would like to have Goodwin as the backup, and Gillespie's a great young player. I know everybody in the Valley's high on him. I'm high on him too, but I wouldn't be sad if he left. I feel like he could be a valuable asset in a move. That could better the team. To be quite honest,
Just off the top of my head, thinking about this, I'm thinking about money. Grayson Allen and Jalen Green for Trae Young. Yes or no?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we touched on earlier. Like, I don't know what Trae Young has left, where he's at. His production's been down recently.
I think a lot has to do with where he's been playing. Atlanta, he didn't like it there. He's been bumping heads for a while. When he's on the court, he is great still. He still has something in the tank. He's just been hurt a lot the last year and a half, 2 years. So I see your point on that, Snoop.
Well, also, I feel like he's more of a score first type point guard. I'd rather
He can
have
dish it too, Snoop. He can dish it too. He can do both. He led the league in assists a couple years, So, I mean, I think it would be a good fit. More I'm thinking about it now. I mean, Allen, I love. I'm just afraid of his injuries with his hip and his knee. Paying a guy 20-something million. I'd rather keep a Royce to make sense if that does. But
it does, because he's a better defensive player. I feel like Royce is, and they're very strong at that position.
They are. So that's all I got for NBA besides Sun stuff that we'll dive more into after the recorded. You got anything, Snoop? I got football stuff too to dive into.
Yeah. Do you want to do football now, or you want to do it after the interview? Either one, I don't care.
Let's knock it out now. Let's knock it out. So let's do it. Let's do it, baby. So, did you hear about Rashid Rice? Did you see the video of him running out of jail?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So he got released from a Dallas County jail after serving his 30-day sentence, and then. You know what? Let's see how agile he looks. Remember, he had surgery and was rehabbing in jail. Am I good, Snoop?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not. Now I am.
Now you-
All right, here we go.
Door. Hey, Rashid, you got anything to say to your fans, brother?
Hey, for somebody just fresh off surgery, looks pretty agile to me. We need like a police siren.
Well, there's nothing more motivating than getting out of jail. I will say that. You want to get out of there quickly.
Great fucking point.
I mean, And also, just because someone's fresh off of surgery doesn't mean they can't move like that, but it doesn't mean that it's good for them to do fast stuff like that. It's a healing process. Even like my roommate is going through knee surgery right now. And, it's like even though she's able to be 100% mobile after 1 or 2 days, it doesn't mean that it's good for her knee to recover.
Totally, totally. Shout out to all the people at home. Thank you for all the reposts, likes. Jump in here with the comments if you're listening. Anything you want to ask Snoop and Heywood. We love you guys.
Well, almost anything.
Almost. Yeah. We should do like a James Goldstein report, like whenever. I wonder, like it's very interesting and fascinating. Like I'm open to like conspiracies and stuff like that, and you've got me more open to them. But this is pretty fascinating. Every time
You fucking saw a UFO. What do you mean? Open your mind to conspiracies.
Well, that's not a conspiracy. I saw it with my 2 eyes. There's no conspiracy there. For y'all that don't know, the Phoenix Lights, I saw them when I was a kid. It flew right over me. I didn't conspire to anything. I saw them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's right up your alley, baby.
Very interesting. Does he have social media or anything? I'm really fascinated by him because
I don't know. Like, what? Do you want to see if he's on Grinder or something? Like,
oh,
what?
Jesus Christ!
Very cool.
Maybe I'll talk crazy. Get him on the pick his head.
I want to bring up something, and this is Pat Tillman's brother was just recently arrested. Let's check this out. I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah, he got arrested?
So, alert, NFL war hero Pat Tillman's brother pleaded guilty to firebombing a post office in California.
Oh, shit.
Dick Tillman, a.k.a. Richard Tillman, pled guilty after purchasing fire logs and lighter fluid, then drove his car through the door at a post office in San Jose, and then spread the lighter fluid and set it ablaze before fleeing the scene.
Wow.
The fire completely destroyed the post office and is not reopened since the incident. Judge Edward Davila sentenced Tillman to 5 years in prison and 3-year period of supervised release, and ordered Tillman to pay more than $2 million in restitution to the United States Postal Service. In Tillman's since deleted YouTube page, he appeared to outline a plot to take down the government, and his family has said he suffers from severe mental illness. I got a video. Let's check this out real quick.
And the brother of the late NFL star Pat Tillman was sentenced today for setting fire to San Jose post office. It happened last July at the Almaden Valley station. Investigators say Tillman backed his car into the post office, doused it with lighter fluid, and then set it on fire. He pleaded guilty to federal charges of malicious destruction of government property by fire. His family said in a statement that he suffers from mental health issues. Today, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison and ordered to pay $2.3 million in restitution and damages.
So, do you think he's maybe just upset about like the tragedy with his brother, and that the U.S. government had to lie about what's happened with him? Like, is he really crazy, or do you think he's just suffered a lot of PTSD from what?
Could be. A, I don't know much about his brother. B, I need to look more into it. C, I think you're totally could be making a great point, because there's a lot of cover up and BS that went on with the death of Pat Tillman. How it went down, friendly fire. It was his own damn, partner in crime that shot him. Quote unquote accident. He was in the crosshairs. Man, I couldn't imagine what that family went to, especially after this guy gave up a huge NFL contract, dude. He turned down $21 million to join the military after 9/11. This guy is a fucking badass. Salute to you, brother. Rest in peace, Pat. And, dude, I don't know about his brother. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either. I just got to imagine, that it must be tough, dealing with everything, and they always come after everyone around them. I got one more little. I want to show some Chicago Bears training camp highlights right here, and this is going to be the basis. I'm changing my fantasy football team name. Hear ye, hear ye! I'm making the announcement. I am going from Suck My Dicka to How I Commit Ted's Mother. Okay, so this is going to be my new team name, and let's watch this clip right here, and this is why. I'm gonna mute it just in case, because of the stupid music. But look at this.
I'm throwing a football. He's a lefty.
How I Commit Ted's Mother. Bam.
That's a great fucking name, Snoop. That's a great fucking name. And a lot of love for him. One of your favorites, underappreciated. Guys, his teammates fucking love him.
I thought you were talking about Ted, but I was gonna say, hell yeah.
I mean. Shout out to the great Ted Logan.
I think that's all I got, dude.
All right. I got quite a few of NFL news, so we could dive into that for a few before the recording. Should we do that? Let's see.
Yeah, whatever you want, though.
Okay.
I'm here for you.
So this is pretty big news. I got it shared up. If you want to pull it up on the screen, Snoop. Chargers wide receiver Ladd McConkey has been dealing with a hamstring injury this offseason, but expects to be ready for training camp. Hamstrings are very, very touchy in the NFL, so be on the lookouts for him. So something to look out for with training camps just around the corner. Franchise tagged George Pickens reported back to Dallas mandatory minicamp this week. He was franchise tagged earlier this offseason. So, hey, football's about to start, folks. Training camp's officially starting in 1 month. So we're almost there. Can't wait. Football season's awesome. Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. has not been cleared yet to resume practice due to last season's knee injury. He told reporters this in a press conference earlier in the week. So I think it's his 5th or 6th surgery on that freaking knee. So something to look out for. Broncos quarterback Bo Nix is on track to be ready for training camp after undergoing additional ankle surgery to clean out bone spurs. That's been kind of a theme. There's been quite a few players that had bone spurs this offseason. They got them cleared out. So other NFL news, Jets and standout guard Joe Tippmann have agreed to bid terms on a 4-year extension per the team. The Jets are now locked up with one of their young core players. He's a damn good guard. So good for the running game with Breece Hall. And then other news, longtime Saints player Cam Jordan signed a 1-year incentive-laden deal earlier this week. He's been in the league a long time, captain of the team. This guy's an OG. He's been there a long time, so good for the Saints. And then in other news as well, Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea, who is entering the last year of his contract, scheduled to pay him $17 million without any guaranteed money, didn't practice this week and was a mini camp hold-in. So no guaranteed money. He's not going to play. And Snoop, did you hear about this? I know I talked to you briefly about it beforehand, but they have the simple metal draft that the NFL is doing, and one of the players in college that has a bad background of gambling and whatnot. Story's pretty big in college. Texas Tech quarterback is going into the NFL supplemental draft here next month. And his name is Brandon Sorsby. And just to show you, I Googled his case here. And check this out, Snoop. He's placed over 2,900 bets, totaling more than $90,000 during his college career, according to court filings and his NCAA eligibility. Crazy. That's
and he's what now? He's entered the supplemental draft. What did you say?
Yeah. So I didn't know too much about him because I'm not too big into college. Try to dive into this. So apparently he had some issues with Texas Tech. Texas Tech is suing the NCAA because the NCAA punished him a little bit. That was going to ruin his draft status. So he did not declare for the regular NFL draft. This guy was supposed to be a top 15, top 20 pick in the draft. Let's just show you how good he's going to be. So come to find out, he's not going to take any more chances going to college. He's going to try to go to the NFL. So you would have to give up a second-round draft pick to draft him in the supplemental draft. And the supplemental draft is pretty rare. It only happens every few years or so. Like, you barely ever hear about it. But, If this was 15, 20 years ago, I mean, this guy would not even have a chance to play. But now it is, NIL money, gambling, businesses, entertainment, locked up,
Sure. So when you hear 2,900 bets, are you like, hey, those are rookie numbers? We got to pump those numbers up, guy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty crazy that they found all that. But I'm gonna
yeah. So this is why I always say betting should not be legal, and I don't condone betting, and neither does the Pick Is In podcast. We don't condone sports gambling, but go ahead, do it. It's fun.
Any other football stuff you have, Snoop? Let's see what I got.
No, I mean I got some Cardinals history, but we'll talk about that later.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can find something. I got one more thing. Oh, so let's see here. What's up with my fucking internet? Why isn't that working? Let's see if I don't know what's going on. Give me 1 minute, Snoop, if you want to talk for a second. I'm having some.
I'll show. I got a highlight I could show from some more New York City wilding out. Look at this. This is what I call a hole in one.
Go! 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 Go!
Boom!
Oh
right on
shit!
there.
Go!
So that's a hole in one cone edition. That's pretty good. It's a nice shot.
It was. So I want to give a shout out to our boys, Nick Wilcox and Johnny Main. I was on their debut show earlier this week, DA Fantasy Football Show over on YouTube. I got to show them a little bit of love. So, Snoop, I got their YouTube page pulled up, and I got a little clip I'm going to play. But another podcast that is great. These guys resonate with me. I hooked up with these guys, met them last summer. Go check them out at The Fantasy Football Show, LLC. And I got a little clip from the show last week. If I could bring this up. What the fuck is going on with my fucking... What in the hell is going on with my server? Give me a second, Snoop.
I remember my first podcast, dog.
Well, I did have a little clip, but apparently it just fucking vanished.
But yeah, shout out to Johnny Main, Nick Wilcox. They're always a good conversation.
Here we go. Good.
Go ahead. Yep.
Like this is probably like the cheapest this is the cheapest price you're gonna get Marvin Harrison, point blank, period. I was reading an article today that was like, if it doesn't shake for Marvin Harrison this year, like his dynasty value is dead. I'm not a dynasty player. I'm playing like one league like that, but like overall, like I mean, you can talk about it, man, and like I'll give you the floor, but like it's one of those things for him where it's like maybe a change of scenery is what's needed next year. If things don't shake out, but like give us your take, Mr. Arizona.
So we talked about on my podcast a little bit. People know how I feel. I just think Michael Wilson's just a better player than Harrison. Call me crazy, but I've seen it with my own two eyes. I'll keep reiterating that until I'm proven wrong. This is the cheapest you're ever going to get Marvin Harrison. This is the cheapest you're ever probably going to get some other players, like a Jalen Hurts, so on and so forth. So you got to take advantage of where he's going. Maybe a new change of scenery would be great for him. I'm in a dynasty league this year, and I flipped him. I got 2 firsts and a second for Marvin Harrison. I had him at $18, $300 cap, 2 years left. So I got pretty damn good value for him, but coming from Arizona, I hope I'm wrong because, the pedigree's there, the name's there, where he's drafted was there. He's showing flashes. It just hasn't come together. And like I said on many shows before, the separation part is what really irks me. The guy just cannot separate at all. He's like, in the 40s for separation of receiver, which I've talked about, but and they're both similar type of players. They're both big receivers. Who would you rather throw the ball up to, Michael Wilson or Marvin Harrison? So shout out to my boys, Johnny Main and Nick Wilcox. Go check them out. Got a lot of love for those guys. The Fantasy Football Show, LLC. They'll be doing shows on Sunday morning and Monday as well. The only show that does waivers on Monday for the weekend events. So shout out to those fellas.
He called you Mr. Arizona. Like, that should be the name of your biography.
Well, shit. It's not Mr. Arizona Sports. Mr. Arizona? I like that, actually. Actually, Johnny gave me a fucking nickname. He's like, you play fucking fantasy baseball, too? He's like, hold on, Heywood. Hold on. You're changing your name to... So we're wrestling fans. Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, used to be able to do any sport. So he's all, your name is now Mr. Perfect. I'm like,
He's
Mr.
not
President.
perfect, Johnny, man. He loses to me every year. So
Regular season, Snoop's right.
So boom, there you go, dude.
See.
Tell the people about our guest tonight.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to show his YouTube page. I got it up on the screen here. I didn't know about this guy until Snoop, showed me. And I'll be honest, I'm 2 for 2 on watching the shows the last few days. Very, very just detailed, freaking not slow pace, good shows. He does shows every morning. He's big into baseball. He does a show every day. So whatever type of betting you want to cover for the day, he's got you covered. He goes game by game. So it was very awesome to talk to him, nerd out with him. So, and then, dude, I'm excited to show this recording for the people. So go give him a follow over on YouTube, everybody. Daily shows, like we said. Man, that's a grind, Snoop, doing it daily.
Dude, hey, shout out to Stool Sports. He's the man. I had a great time talking to him. So glad to have met him and connected with him. He's an interesting fellow, and what he does is amazing. To be able to just do, I can't remember, but his shows are like I think an hour long or so every day or more.
Yep.
Like that's pretty impressive to just be able to go up and talk about this nerd type behavior that you guys do every day.
I think why I started watching it. So he goes game by game, and he's talking about pitching immediately, and he uses the same app that I do. So I'm glued right away, and he's fast paced. It's not slow. It's not. It's very informative. Game by game, talks about the weather, home and away splits, overs, unders, pitching, hitting. It's really good stuff, and he gives out safe bets. He has a damn good record. Dude's on the heater. So thank you, Snoop, for connecting me with him.
Well, all right. I don't know if we need to ask Maya about your guys' bets and see how she feels about them. Maybe, we could do an episode about that.
Tell the people at home who the hell Maya is. For those that don't know.
Maya is some AI. I forget what it is. Sesame, I think it's called. Sesame. Is that a thing? Sesame AI. There's Maya and Miles.
It's our ex co-worker's wife.
I mean, co-worker's a funny word, but anyways, yeah, dude. Shout out to Stool Sports. Everybody go give him a follow on all the platforms. On X, he is at Learn to Toad. But let's get into the interview, man. Check this out, and then we'll join you. We got about an hour and 21 minutes or so on the interview, and then we'll jump up for some post-interview banter, if you will.
Yeah, hour 10 minutes. You said hour 20 minutes. Come back here. We got another segment after the recording. Pop one open and enjoy the recording.
What is up, Mr. Toad, man? How are you today, sir?
What's up? I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing well. Doing pretty good.
Excited to have you here, man. Snoop, good guest right here. Todd, welcome to the Pick Is In, brother. Cheers if you got him. If not, it's okay. It's all right.
I got some cold brew here. Homemade cold brew.
Cold brew.
That'll work.
I got some venom. It's called here. Some kind of energy drink. I don't even know. It's probably terrible for me, actually.
Is it themed after the Spider-Man villain or something?
I don't think so. Oh. I don't think so, but I've never seen Spider-Man. I'm not some comic book nerd, dude. I don't know.
I wear many hats, I guess.
I was just playing, man. Dude, I'm excited to have you here today. We have some mutual friends. Do you know who they are?
Top Lobs, I think.
Okay.
He made the connection, I think. I was talking to him. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I talked to him.
Yeah. Dude, the Nephilim Death Squad. Shout out to Nephilim Death Squad, Raven and Top Lobster. They kind of were in our realm here. Dude, are you going to be at Bohemian Grove in August?
I do not know.
You do not know? Well, I hope that you are, and I hope I get to meet you there.
Yeah. I mean, I love meeting the people there. I've been to the last two of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, last one was really fun because I got to be on stage for a bunch of it, and that's what I like to do. This one is like right at the same time as like my mom's birthday thing and stuff, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, happy birthday to your mom. Tell her Snoop said happy birthday. She'll know what that means. And
we're all getting old, man. She's gonna be 71, and yeah, she'll be like Snoop Dogg said happy birthday to me.
But you know what? I was excited to, more than our Nephilim Death Squad connection, I was excited to connect you to Heywood here because I really think that you guys can nerd out and talk about some shit, dude. Like, because dude, what I want to tell you is that I think is really impressive that you do a daily show. Is it every day?
Yeah.
And you just do it solo by yourself, and you just spit out more knowledge than even this guy does.
Sometimes I feel like I'm bullshitting though. Like, I mean, especially like I'm trying to cover the World Cup. I'm like, oh yeah, this team is favorites. They should probably win.
No
I'm
shit
like,
about it.
I actually like a World Cup play tomorrow too, so I might actually bet it, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, man, excited to have you on. I'm a huge sports junkie my whole life since I was a kid. Played when I was a kid. The passion of mine in life has just been sports first, to be honest with you. It just resonated with me. And then my boy, Snoop, got me into social media a year ago. Never really tried to do it. He just kept pushing me. And I'm on X. Been over a little over a year now. He started the Pick Is In podcast, a betting show, but it's evolved into all kinds of sports stuff. Sports in general just brings people together. So excited to have you here. Excited that Snoop kind of turned me on to your show. I haven't heard about you until Snoop told me about you, and I turned in for the first time, subscribed to your show up on YouTube, and I want to say, I'm hooked, man. You give out some nuggets. You're very knowledgeable. You're, dude. I just like the way you cover it, and I like to show the folks at home your YouTube page, Todd Stool Sports. Todd Stool Sports. Do I got that up, Snoop? All right, cool.
Still, yeah, I'm Toad. So yeah,
it's Toad.
Yeah.
I always get the pronunciation wrong on shit.
Everybody thinks my name is Todd, which it is not. I've been Toad for a long time.
But yeah, how long have you been on YouTube? How long have you been doing this podcast game? Putting out content for sports. Tell us a little bit about your background.
This channel has probably existed for like 4 years, so it's probably not good that I'm not even at 500 subscribers. I got to get this thing going, man. I mean, it's very autistic, probably. It's just me, like, really getting into detail with the sports. I feel like it gets super detailed during baseball season because I'm trying to break down all the analytics. But yeah, I've been into sports like my whole life because I'm from Boston, the Boston area. My dad is a fan of the local teams, at least. He doesn't really follow hockey, but he likes Celtics, Patriots, and Red Sox. So he got me into those teams, and we went to a lot of Red Sox games when I was a kid, so he took me to a lot of those games. I resonated with baseball the most, actually, because I think it was just about, like, the discrete nature of the analytics of it, so I was really into that. Like, I was really into statistics, got really nerdy about it, stuff like that, and, I went sort of on a math trajectory in my actual life and started doing computer science, which is actually my educational background, yeah. So I do like software development, or I did, until I got fired because I'm also in the online comedy sphere. And yeah, and I'm a shit poster, and I've been in like the political sphere too. So none of that really jives with the corporate America, with where most of the software jobs are. So that all sucks. But as far as the sports go, yeah, I mean, I've been all over the place. Like, I actually stopped rooting for the Patriots when they got Belichick and Brady. I hated those guys. Wow. So I became a Patriot hater. I kept rooting for Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins because I got into hockey. And sometime, I think it was because I was in, like, these, like, NFL pick'em pools, like, starting in high school and whatever. And I started thinking, like, around college time, I'm like, I want to get better at, like, predicting these outcomes. Like, how can I do it? And I started listening to, like, guys that actually bet it, and I started learning from those guys. And at that same time, I was actually playing poker online until Poker Stars or whatever. It was Poker Stars, but the U.S. government shut that down.
Dude, I actually have a Poker Stars hat around here somewhere. I swear to God.
Yeah, so I was making a little bit of extra money, doing that. I made a little bit, and then I was like, well, I want to keep, like, betting. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do sports betting as I, like, learn about it. So I've actually been doing that, at least for small amounts of money, since whenever that was. I think 2008, probably, something like that. 07, 08, yeah.
That's awesome. A friend of the show, we always have this guy, our brother Carter, on. He's a Bostonian, and nice. A lot of love there. So he'll definitely enjoy it. But yeah, Boston sports since you're a kid. That's cool that it resonates you with your dad. That's something that I had as well. That's really cool. You said you're from the Boston area?
Yep, South Shore, Massachusetts. Yeah.
What's Fenway like? That's on my bucket list.
Unfortunately, it's not like it was over the weekend with the Scotland fans coming in. Like, I don't know if you guys are following what's going on with the World Cup, but yeah, the Scots came in and they're like right at home in Boston because we have so many Irish people, and the Irish and the Scots all hate England. So so they've the Scots like just ran away with it. Like they were going crazy at Fenway Park, and it used to be kind of like that going to games at Fenway back in the day. Like, I want it back. Like in the 90s, even if the Red Sox weren't even that good, like every game was sold out pretty much because it's not really that big of a stadium capacity-wise. But I was going back like before they even like added the seats to the Green Monster and stuff like that. I got to see Pedro Martinez pitch live, and I got to see your boy Kurt Schilling once the Red Sox got him. I saw him a couple of times, I think. And yeah, I mean, it used to be a really crazy atmosphere. If you went to like Red Sox Yankees, it was like you might get in some fights like in the street and stuff like that. It was really insane, and it's completely different now. Like I don't go to as many games now, but I usually try to go to like maybe 1 or 2 a year, and it's not like that anymore. Like there's no like intensity from the fan base anymore. Like if you watched the game after the Scots were there, they weren't there last night in the first game of the Toronto series. If you saw the videos from that game, it was like dead, just a dead atmosphere. And when the Yankees come into town now, it's like there's no rivalry anymore. The Red Sox gift shop is actually selling Yankees merchandise.
Yankees gear. I heard about that. Heard about that.
Completely insane. I'm like, they're the enemy. Like that's how I was brought up.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah. Like I had a Red Sox hat when I was pretty young, wearing it in New York City. I had it burned at Yankee Stadium, actually. Yeah, so it's like this is a rivalry. This is what the intensity of the rivalry should be, and it was that way through like the first time the Red Sox won the World Series. It was one of the best sporting events that I've seen, and then since then it's been like, yeah, it's just been a slow decline into whatever the hell this is, and now we have Red Sox official gift shop selling Yankees merchandise, whereas that used to never be the case. And in addition to that, you would have street vendors were selling like Yankees suck T-shirts. Have you ever seen that? And those same guys started selling like Posada's a little bitch, and A-Rod wears lipstick, and Jeter drinks wine. I think I have like every single one of those too. Yeah,
man, that would drive me up a wall if my owner was putting shirts from the other team if they're not making fun of them up. Like at my team shop, if I saw that, like we have a bad owner in Michael Bidwell with the Cardinals here. Like he doesn't even put up other teams, clothing, apparel. But that's crazy. Is it just for the money? Are they sell them higher? They market them up? I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Red Sox ownership is John Henry, which I think he was the owner when they've won all 4 of those recent World Series. But yeah, I think he mostly just cares about the money. I mean, he's just an old rich dude who he owns one of the English Premier League teams too. I want to say Liverpool, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just about the money.
I plan on one day.
I can't imagine Wrigley Field selling like Cardinals gear or something. Like, dude, what the fuck? That's wild.
No, yeah, like I had not seen that before this year, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Like, Yankees are in town, you're gonna sell Yankees merchandise, and you're gonna welcome Yankees fans to Boston. Like, what the fuck are you doing? No.
So you've been in a lot of Fenway games in your time. I got to go there. It's on the to-do list. I think I've been to 13 major league ballparks, just not there. Definitely on the to-do list. If money was not an issue, what's the best seat in the house? Is it behind home plate? Is it another vantage point? Is it on top of the Great Monster? What would you recommend for those maybe trying to get the full experience? Because I plan on going there, doing a tour and all that stuff.
Yeah. Probably the best seats are probably somewhere like really close to where the Red Sox dugout is, I would say, like in those box seats, like right behind the home dugout or right near the dugout. Red Sox, Fenway is such weird dimensions. Like you have to worry about the sight lines. And at least if you're if you're in seats there, I think you can pretty much see everything. If you're up on the Green Monster, you actually won't be able to see the monster itself when something goes off there, but it is an experience. Like if you're up, I've been up there before, and it is still fun. It's still a good view up there, so I wouldn't recommend against that. But If money is an issue, then I would recommend against it. Like, I think the best seats for the money are somewhere down, like, close to the right field foul pole, or the non-alcohol section in Grandstand 32. If you're down, you got to be in, like, one of the first, like, 5 rows of it, though. But in that section, you're fairly close to the field. You're out kind of in left field, and it's a pretty good view of everything. So I like doing that, too, for a cheaper ticket.
Have they ever remodeled Fenway? Or renovated it?
They've made changes to it, but I think they probably did replace the seats at some point, but the seats are still really, really small. All the angles are still the same, and they've added on to it. Like, they've added, like, standing room only decks, like, up in the left field, up in the right field, and, like, I think the one in the left field is the Coke deck. Maybe it's not the Coke deck. Not cocaine, Coca-Cola. Maybe that's different.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, up in the right, there's like a big bar section up there now, up above right field, and it was the Budweiser Pavilion area. I think it might be Sam Adams now or something. So they added those onto it. They added the monster seats, of course, back in, I don't remember when that was. That was quite a while ago now. And at one point, they actually added luxury boxes up above, kind of where, like, above the roof boxes, kind of in the left field area. They did that for the All-Star game in '99, but then they removed those boxes at some point after that. I actually sat in them while they existed once, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't like the experience that much because you're inside, so you're not, like, if it's baseball, you want to be outside. Like, you want to hear all the sounds and, smell all the smells, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be in it. Like, it feels like you're just separated from it if you're in one of those boxes like that.
Yeah.
I could appreciate a good jersey. You got Paul Schemes today for your bet you made for the Pirates, money line today. I can appreciate a good jersey. I'm wearing my throwback. I know you're a big baseball dude. And I actually have the baseball right here. Last year, this was Paul Schemes' second strikeout ball I got. He struck out Corbin Carroll, and I actually got the ball from the game. But yeah,
so at Arizona then.
Yeah, last year. Paul Skeens is one of my favorites. I love pitching. So, who are some of your Boston Red Sox Mount Rushmore for you, Toad? Who's some of your favorites, brother? We always ask this about a guest with us being all sports junkies. I guess I'll start off. My Diamondbacks, I would say Randy Johnson 1, Kurt Schilling 2, Paul Goldschmidt 3, and probably Ketel Marte is 4. That's probably my Mount Rushmore for Diamondbacks.
Wow, even though Marte, does a lot of crybaby stuff about the
he's coddled
and whatever.
He's coddled. He's very sensitive, coddled. But damn, when he performs, he's the best second baseman in baseball.
So you're not gonna put Luis Gonzalez on there?
Well, okay. You asked me 2 years ago, yes, but I just so it probably changes every now and then. But yeah, he's up there for sure. Who are some of your Mount Rushmore Boston Red Sox?
Pedro Martinez has to be up there. I mean, he's one of the best pitchers of all time. I got to see him live numerous times, and it was like, I've never seen that. I don't think before or after that, I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher where it's like you pretty much know they're going to win the game when he's starting every single time.
God, he was electric.
He's got to be one of them. David Ortiz has to be one of them for all the clutch hitting that he did. Like the back-to-back walk-offs in the 04 ALCS, and I mean, he was a great hitter in general once he was on the Red Sox. Say what you want to about whether or not he was on steroids, because everybody was.
Yep.
But then, like, nobody had, like, you have to have that, like, clutch gene to you, and I don't think anybody really had that otherwise. And if you are familiar with you probably are, the 2013 World Series against St. Louis, Ortiz basically single-handedly carried the Red Sox in that series. It was maybe the best single-player offensive performance in a World Series ever. So he's got to be on there.
Great choice. I think he had as many RBIs as the Cardinals had all series. Like you're right. You're totally right. Good choices so far.
It gets tougher after that. I mean, because I think I might have to go to some players that played before I was alive. Is that allowed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I think Ted Williams has to be on there, just because of all that he did while he was there, and he actually missed some seasons because he was like in the military during World War II and whatever, and he still has the longest home run in Fenway Park. There's a red seat out in the bleachers that is where he hit that home run. It's like 528 feet or whatever the hell it is.
Center field, wasn't it?
It's out in right field in the
right
in the
field
bleachers out there. Yeah. Kind
So
of
it wasn't
like,
out of the stadium?
it's like right center. It's part of the stadium where it's like almost impossible to hit it out of the stadium because it's like 40 something rows of seats in that section of in that area of the bleachers, and he probably hit it like almost all the way back in the bleachers. And all the bleacher seats are green. The one that he hit was red, so you can see it out there. So I'll go with Ted Williams. And the last pick is is tough. I mean, these are probably all cliche picks anyway, but I might go with Jim Rice.
Ooh.
I think he's a guy that gets overlooked. He was a little bit before my time, though. Yeah, I mean, if you go and you like look at what he actually did and look at his numbers and whatever, it's like way better than people expect. Nobody really knows who he is. Everybody overlooks him, and he was the best player on the team for quite a while when he was there, and he was part of like this really good outfield that they had back then. He also saved a kid's life, so I'll give him some extra props for that. If you're unaware of that situation that happened where a kid got like nailed with a line ball during a game, and he ran over and like helped the kid get medical attention or whatever. You can find the videos of it online. So I'll go with Jim Rice as the fourth.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like your four. Pedro Martinez, man. I cannot dislike that guy. That guy's arm was electric. I mean, what was he, a $180 soaking wet? Like, and he had one of the most
tiny,
electric.
Yeah.
But he had an electric freaking arm, dude, and the movement on those pitches, man. Yeah, I love your Mount Rushmore. Now, Snoop's a Cubs fan. Snoop?
So yes, I too know what it's like to go through a curse. You know?
Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Yours was longer than the Curse of the Bambino, yeah.
A little bit. Dude, you know what's crazy is, did you hear about the guy that had the billy goat that put the goat curse on the Cubs? He just passed away recently, and it came like right after the Cubs had lost like, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like
12, 13 games, and
I was gonna say 12 or 13, yeah.
This season, right? They've been
yeah.
This season,
just a couple weeks ago, yeah.
I did not hear that he died, but I knew that was. I don't know the origins of that curse, but I know the curse of the billy goat. I know the name of it.
Yeah, that's the day he died was like their losing streak started or something like that. It was like fucked up.
Yeah, and then I was wondering if is there like an extra curse for the Bartman thing or no?
Oh man, dude. So check this out, man. I used to probably like 25 years ago, I used to go to this doctor, and he had on the wall, he had Steve Bartman coming out of the hole like Saddam Hussein from Iraq. Like, dude, it was so funny. I used to crack up every time I would go to the doctor. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I think Bartman got some mistreatment there. I think he made a mistake, and then everybody tried to ruin his life over it, which I think is kind of unfair.
I think he did all right though. He made out pretty good. He made some monies out of it. Yeah, I mean, his life, definitely got altered, and I'm sure that he had to experience a little bit of hardships, but I'm pretty sure he ended up all right at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but it was rough there for a second.
The good thing that came out of that season is the Marlins beat the Yankees though after that, so the Yankees lost that World Series.
All right, it's good to see the positive.
Well, because I mean that was the year that was the Aaron Boone home run year. It was like one of the worst endings to a Red Sox, the worst ending to the Red Sox season ever. It was they looked like they had it in the 03 ALCS. I was a freshman in college, and most of us are Red Sox fans. A couple of guys on my floor were Yankee fans, and I was like, "Oh, this sucks so bad." Like, yeah, it was the game where Grady Little left Pedro in too long. If you know the lore behind that, yeah. And then it went into extra innings after Pedro blew the lead in the 8th inning or whatever, and then Tim Wakefield gave up a home run to Aaron Boone, yeah, in the 11th inning or whatever the hell it was. Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really surreal when the Cubs, broke the curse, though, because I thought it was going to happen the year before, and
almost Back to the Future style, almost.
Yeah, well, and also it was crazy because my father passed away the year before, and he was a big Cubs fan,
Oh, that sucks.
And so I remember the day he died, sitting there, and like a voice as clear as day said to me, "The Cubs are going to win the World Series, not this season, but next season," and that's exactly what happened. And I was like, "Holy shit!"
And that was that was the COVID season too, right?
No, it was 15, 16.
Was it? What am I thinking then?
Dude, I don't know, bro.
But I got all the years messed up in my
COVID
mind.
fucked us all up. Fuck. Right?
There's no way it was 2015 because I was definitely at my job that.
Yeah, dude. It was
I was at the job
2020.
they fired me though, and that job I started that job at 2016, so it had
The
to have been
the Cubs won in 2016. My dad died in 2015, and that's when. So and then they won in 16.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Wow.
Snoop, I never asked you this on the pod. Who's some of your Cubs Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, so I'm not a huge baseball fan, but Sean Dunston. I remember as a kid, I was always watching the Cubs games, and Sean Dunston was always my favorite player growing up. So definitely Sean Dunston. I gotta go Chris Bryant, the Vegas dude. I grew up in Vegas. He was a Cub. He won the World Series with us. Sandberg. It's it's hard to argue. He might have been the best number 23 in Chicago at the time. I don't know. And then Greg Maddux. You know what?
Yes.
I can't leave the homie Greg Maddux out of it. I saw him pitch a shutout against the Pirates. Probably 89, maybe I think it was.
That's awesome.
So
he's a legend.
Yeah.
Legend. You don't have to have electric
He's
stuff.
also from Vegas. Also from Vegas.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to have electric stuff. It just depends on movement, and that's what he did. Gosh, he was so impressive. Just where he put the ball in movement. Not the fastest guy. Upper 90s or upper 80s for his fastball, which ain't nothing. But dude, Greg Maddux was the shit. Even for the Cubs. I think he won his first Cy Young there right before he went to Atlanta. But that's a great Mount Rushmore, man. Ryan Sandberg, dude. Rhino.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's like there's so many other good players too. Ernie Banks.
I thought Banks would be on yours, yeah.
Andre Dawson. There's so many good ones out there that it's
Sosa.
Well, I like Sosa. I'm not a Sosa hater by any means. But he's not my favorite player. The steroid era, is cool, but I just don't know, if he did or didn't. I don't really give a shit. It's just a weird time, and I wasn't really into baseball at that time, because I just kind of fall in and out of love with baseball. I guess, I'm kind of getting more into it now that Vegas is getting a team, but I'll never be an A's fan.
Yeah, well, they have some good young players though. So I don't know. Maybe you'll grow to like them. I'm against them tonight, though. That's who the Pirates are playing.
Yeah, with the rookie, the young guy for the Rockies going on the mound. Not much to know about him.
Which guy?
You talk about the Rockies Cubs, right?
Oh, I was talking about Pirates.
A's.
Oh, excuse me.
Pirates
My
and
bad.
A's. Pirates
My
and
bad.
A's,
My
yeah.
bad. My bad.
Cubs have Rockies. I don't even know who they have pitching tonight. Oh, Sean Sullivan. He's from Boston, actually. Yeah, Sullivan is pitching tonight. I don't know much about that guy. Yeah.
You're a Celtics fan. Has that resonate with you since you're a kid as well? Have you been a fan your whole life with the Celtics?
Yeah. My dad took me to some of those games too when I was young, so I got to see. It was mostly sort of the '90s era. So it was like Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker. Got to see guys like that play live. Got to see an Antoine Walker buzzer beater against the Heat at one point.
Oh, fuck. I'm going.
A lot of it has been more like just
You're a Heat fan.
Oh, you're a Heat fan? Oh, shit.
No, well, listen, to be fair, I'm Heat and Suns because, I grew up in Phoenix and I was a ball boy for the Suns, but Heat have always been my favorite team. So I have love for both organizations, but go on with your silly Celtics.
No, I definitely
story.
started rooting against them after the LeBron decision. I was like, I hate this Heat team. It's just player constructed super team. Fuck that.
I wasn't a fan of that, and I also wasn't a fan of Kevin Durant coming to Phoenix or Bradley Beal. There's a lot of moves.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Durant or whatever. I don't like these super teams, especially when they're built, but they just don't have like the chemistry for it. Although of course the Heat
chemistry is so important.
The Heat did win multiple championships, and then of course I got extra pissed because Ray Allen went over there because Ray Allen basically like left the Celtics because he sort of got in a beef with the other guys in the big three, KG and Paul Pierce. So yeah, KG was kind of the leader of that team, but. When I was really young, I'm an extra in the movie Celtic Pride. So we had
really?
No shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you like that movie?
I fucking love that movie, dude.
Love it.
It's an underrated movie, man. They filmed it at the TD Garden. Like, it was one of the last things that happened. Or
the old Garden.
Boston Garden, excuse me. Yeah, it was one of the last things that happened there before they tore it down. My dad, took me to it. He's like, let's be extras in this. We got some, like, free Celtic merchandise out of it, whatever. We got to watch them, kind of filming it, be extras in it. We got to see the origins of the Utah sucks chant. Like, one of the extras actually created that chant while we were filming it because the director was just like, come up with some chant that you know, against Utah. And the guy was like, Utah sucks. Like, all right. Yeah. And we got to see, Daniel Stern, Dan Aykroyd, whatever. I didn't get to meet them or anything, but that was a fun time. I mean, you might be able to find me if you like slow the movie down. You got to look for my dad who has kind of a big like gray beard. That's kind of how you might be able to find me if you.
Hey, send me a clip, dude. Right? Send me a clip. Send me a clip, and I'll put it up in here.
I'll try to find it if I can. I think it's difficult to do, but yeah. So I was in that, and then I just continued to root for the Celtics, obviously, and then they finally won one in my lifetime because they won one championship when I was really little, but I don't remember it at all. Like the last of the Larry Bird championships. So the first one I actually remember because I just remember the Celtics as being awful in like the 90s and making the playoffs a couple of times, and then finally they constructed the big three and they won in 2008, and that was pretty big because that was the first time I got to see them actually win the championship, and then they won the other one in 2024. And at that point, because I was I had my software job and whatever, I was like, I'm going all out, man. Like, I'm going to one game every playoff series, you know what I mean? So yeah, I did that in 2022, 2023, 2024, I think. And 2025 as well, because that was before I got fired. So all 4 of those years, I went to one game in every Celtic and Bruins playoff series that happened throughout that entire span. So I was at game 1 of the NBA Finals, Celtics and Mavs. Yeah. I was at the series before that game. I think it was game 1 against the Pacers. If you remember it, was the Celtics looked like they were dead in that game, and Jaylen Brown hit that 3 from the corner. It was like a really well-known shot. It's like the Jaylen Brown shot, the corner 3. Yeah, I was at that game. Yeah.
So, dude, let's get right down to the strong skinny of it. What's going to happen with Giannis? He's either going to Miami or to South Boston.
I don't know if I want him.
You know what? I'll be honest. So this is where I kind of lie. Like, I would almost rather give up Bam instead of Tyler Hero for Giannis. I'm not a big Giannis fan, but I think maybe that lineup would make more sense just for the Heat.
I'm not a huge Bam fan, and I especially hate it because like his point scoring record was like just totally rigged, basically. Like, let's just keep getting fouled. Let's keep fouling him. Let's keep doing this. Like, give me a break, dude. Like 50 free throws in the game or whatever the hell it was. Like, come on,
bro. Yeah, we had an episode, and I looked this up. He had more free throws that game than the Phoenix Suns did as a team in any game this year.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, like it was. I think the other team was like basically helping him out to get it. I'm like, I don't even think that should count. Like, I don't know. I don't know who has the record otherwise. Is it LeBron? I don't know.
What, for points scored in a game is Wilt Chamberlain 100.
No, that never happened.
Allegedly, where's Jim Rome?
It might be Kobe. Actually, I don't remember.
Kobe had what, 81, right?
Yeah, it might be that. It might be that then.
But with the Giannis, man, this is kind of getting old as sports fans, to be honest with you. How long has this been going on with him since last year's like trading deadline? I mean, let's just freaking do something. There's a lot of rumors. New York was in the rumors. Now it looks like they're completely out. And remember, they're just rumors. I mean, Jaylen Brown had the best year of his career this year. I'm not flipping him for Giannis. I like your team. Matter of fact, I dig your team a lot.
I mean, I think that the coaching in the playoffs was a problem. Like, I don't think Missoula's that good, actually. Like, the Celtics, they lose so many games as a big favorite at home. Like, they lose so many games in series that they should not lose. It's getting ridiculous.
But you know what, dude? At the same time, like I was telling him a few months ago that, dude, the Celtics, they still got first place. Like, they still played great in the East without Tatum all season.
Two seed.
Oh, was it second? Okay.
Yeah, they were behind Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, they played amazing. Who would have thought they would have done that without Tatum? You know?
Nobody thought that. Like, I thought they were going to be like 5th in the East or whatever. But then you get him back, and you're like, okay, this team can actually make this run here. But I think it came down to the coaching. At least, I mean, I didn't necessarily think. I mean, I did think the Celtics would win the East. Actually, I didn't think they were going to win the whole thing. But like losing to the 76ers is pretty unacceptable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think again it was Missoula. Throughout the entire like regular season, he had like a 10-man rotation. He was getting everybody involved, like getting players to, he was like getting the most out of all his players, whatever. Then it comes to the playoffs, and it's like, no, you're going to rely on 2 guys, Brown and Tatum. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you're going to
rely on what you've been rolling with. And you have depth. You have a lot of really good role players, the young guys at the end of that bench. And maybe you can answer this. Maybe I'm just too blind to see it, but you guys made a trade for Vucevic, right?
Yeah, and then he got hurt for a bit.
Then he got hurt, right? He comes back. What happened to his minutes in the playoffs? Why is he not a starter? Is he a role player? Did I not see that? Like, I was shocked by that.
No, the starting center at least was Keita. And I don't know. I mean, I think his lack of experience kind of showed up a little bit. Although he played well during the regular season. Vucevic, I think, was kind of like the second string center basically on the team. I don't know.
$1 million, man.
They should have worked all these guys in more. They should have worked Hugo Gonzalez in more. The first round draft pick that they got. That guy, like, I think he was a great draft pick. Like, he doesn't show up on like the stat sheet really, but he's all over the court, like playing really, really tough, playing really good defense.
High energy, a lot of effort. His best game, he had like 20-something rebounds, right?
I don't know. He had some big games.
He had some big
name. The Celtics had a
game.
bunch of guys on the bench, and they just played all the Yeah, he had a couple of big games out there. He had one, I think, buzzer beater 3 in one of the games too, against Charlotte, I want to say. I don't know what they were doing though, because when they won the championship, they had a deeper rotation, but of course that was with Holiday and Porzingis, and they didn't have those guys this time. Although Porzingis was hurt for most of that run, so they basically won that without him. But Derek White wasn't doing anything on offense this time. And
what happened to him? I was going to ask you.
Yeah, he was like their number 3 like offensive option back in 2024. Now all of a sudden, I mean, that's still part of his game. Now all of a sudden, he's just not even taking shots anymore.
He's like
What's
this.
going on?
It's like this. Like some games he doesn't take shots, and some games he hits 6 threes. Like the guy he needs to be more consistent this past year, and he wasn't.
I mean, he was really good in 2024, and even in 2025. Like he just had a good like overall game. He's really good on defense, and that's his primary thing. That he's really good on defense. So I think Missoula, I don't know. I guess maybe it was like telling him to take fewer shots or something. I don't know what the deal is there. It's like no. Like, if he has open shots, he should be taking them. Like, that's what worked in 2024. White is a decent offensive player. He's the one that got that tip in that crazy game against the Heat. Sorry, I have to bring that up. Although Celtics lost that series, though, back in...
That's two. That's 2, Toad.
That was 2023, but the Celtics lost that series. They almost came back from down 0-3. And I remember, because I was at game 1 of that series, I think, as well. But that was, White was able to get that buzzer beater tip in to send it to game 7. And I'm thinking, holy shit, the Celtics are actually going to be the first team to come back from down 0-3. They're a favorite at home. Jason Tatum wrecks his leg almost immediately. And then, yeah, they're just, I don't know if they would have won that game anyway, but they were just dead after that.
Thank you for. I was going to bring up Celtic Pride, and I was going to bring up the Old Garden, but thanks for answering those. I love Celtic Pride. We love that fucking movie. It's very underrated. And real question, like Phoenix fans, we don't have many rings and championships. Not like the historic franchises you have. Is there any other room in the Garden for banners? You guys already have how many? Like, is there room for more?
I think the Celtics have 18. It's just the Celtics. It's just the Celtics and the Bruins that play there. The Bruins have what is it? Maybe I want to say 6. Hopefully, I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Something like that. Bruins only had 1 in my lifetime in 2011, and they easily could have won it in 2013 and in 2018. They really should have. They blew that one, but
So you don't put division banners or conference banners. It's only championship banners, right?
No, they do have that too. Yeah, you're right. Like, so they're the championship banners are there, but you're right. I think there are conference banners, maybe. I don't know. There are a lot of banners up there. But
I like your Ring of Honor. It's like squares with numbers on like one big banner.
Yeah.
Right. I like that because you guys have just a historic franchise. People need to know the historic about franchise.
Yeah.
You know,
the Ring of Honor. Yeah, like the Celtics Ring of Honor is another banner with all the retired numbers on it. Yeah, and they're all hanging like from the rafters in the main arena there. Yeah, but they have to
excuse me, guys. I'll be right back.
Concerts though, like when you have a concert, I don't know if you remember. I think it was maybe Disturbed or something had a concert in Chicago where their pyrotechnics. They lit. They lit some of the like Bulls banners on fire.
Yeah, I remember this. It was in the in the United Center, and there was pyrotechnics that shot up and burned the banners from the Bulls rings, like in the '90s. That's crazy. Yeah.
From that point on, because I go to some concerts at the TD Garden as well, and I don't know if they were doing this already before that or not, but after that happened, I noticed they're furling all the banners up, like probably to just avoid it. But like I don't know, I didn't see any pyrotechnics at any of the shows that I went to. I don't think anyway. But
are you a Disturbed fan? You're a metalhead?
Not a huge fan of Disturbed necessarily, but I mean, they got some okay stuff, I guess, from back in the day. I covered Down with the Sickness on ukulele, and that one kind of took off.
Whoa.
Because it was so ridiculous. And
ukulele?
Yeah, that's one of my things is I cover like anything and everything pretty much on ukulele in a very bad way. Yeah, I've done a couple of Disturbed songs, but I listen to metal, not necessarily Disturbed, but I'm also blocked by Dave Draymond on Twitter.
Oh, shit.
because I'm not a fan of Israel. So.
Okay. Yeah, and and this whole family from there. I've seen Disturbed, I think 6 or 7 times. I'm a big metalhead. I've been to a lot of concerts. And Snoop, he has his podcast called Here's the Thing. He always has like rock stars and stuff like that. He just had the drummer of The Cult on. He had the drummer from White Zombie on. Yeah, Snoop holds it down. Snoop was in the music industry for a while, and I was fortunate enough to know a lot of people. My favorite band is Korn. I've seen them 35 times.
Wow. I've seen them once only, I think, along with Disturbed and an Ozfest. I saw both of them. I wasn't like a huge Korn fan, but I do have respect for them, and like they were definitely good live. And that was actually one of my ukulele covers that kind of went a little bit wild. I did Freak on a Leash. I don't even think it's good. I tried to adapt it to ukulele, and it's really weird sounding. And I can't do the Jonathan Davis like growling stuff that he does. But
beatboxing.
Yeah,
the beatboxing.
I tried. I'm not good at it at all.
So you're a big Bruin fan as well. Love hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm more into hockey than definitely more than my dad was. Like I started watching, I'm like, man, this is like hockey is really it's more tough than any of the other sports. Like it's more of a manly sport in a way. Like dudes will just play like with ridiculous injuries and broken bones and stuff. Where it seems like in the other sports, dudes will just be out with like a sprained pinky finger or something. But in the NHL, it's like this dude's playing with a broken leg right now. Whatever.
Hockey is hockey's not one of my best sports, like favorites, but it's one of my favorites to see live. Live is a different animal.
Oh yeah, it's maybe the most fun team to go see live in Boston because, like, just I think from the Bruins' inception, like the games just sell out. Like people go to the Bruins games. Like the fan base is just a more hardcore fan base. It's a lot of big bearded drunk men for the most part. Yeah.
Snoop, did you know he played ukulele?
I did actually. You know what? I would like to ask you about that.
Yeah.
What was it like to serenade Owen Benjamin?
Ooh. Originally Owen Benjamin serenaded me originally.
Oh, is that right? I saw the clip of you with him.
Yeah, when he was first on Tower Gang, he made up a song about me on the spot because he plays piano.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was really fun, and yeah, that was the first time I got to interact with him. And I've been following Owen since like the mid to late 2000s, probably. Like I loved his comedy back then, so I've been following him since then. And now it's crazy that he's in this like canceled comedy sphere, which is kind of where I'm at as well. But you're talking about Bro Grove, probably, where I got to play on stage.
Hey, please don't say the name of the song.
we got to play the song that I went most viral for and got fired for, which is a Yay cover.
Okay.
So got to play that with Owen, and then we did also play as a bonus song. We did. There's a song from Borat that I don't know if it's in the actual movie or just a deleted scene, but Sacha Baron Cohen, I think, came up with the movie. It's you might know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
That's the one I don't want you to say. I'm pretty sure.
It could be either one. I don't know, but yeah. So I got to do that one with Owen as well. That was awesome, man. Getting to play with Owen on stage. Like I never thought. Like imagine me, in like 2008, 2009, like just a dude that just watches comedy, whatever. Like, did I think that in 2025 or whatever I was gonna be playing super offensive music on stage with that guy, with Owen? No, I could not have predicted that.
Well, I guess I first discovered him through the cartoon Archer, is I think where he did one of the voices on Archer, and then I discovered that he did comedy, and then he got canceled by everyone, and then now I guess he's been more on my radar lately. But that's pretty cool, though. I mean, I've grown up around the entertainment industry most of my life, so it's funny to see people, but that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this year, man, and seeing what it's all about. Hopefully I can get there. It's coming up, August something. August, was it 7th or 8th? 8th, I think it is.
Yeah, it's whatever that weekend is, I think, yeah.
So hopefully you're going to be there, man. It'd be cool to meet you there. And meet everybody. It'll be fun. Like I'm looking forward to meeting people. So you were part of Tower Gang. Who else was a part of this Tower Gang? Like I never really heard about it until I met Lobster and Raven and these guys, and I've heard them talk about that.
I mean, you can still find all the episodes are still actually online. The old ones are on Odyssey, and then the newer ones from like probably episode 100 something on are all on Rumble. We could not keep it on YouTube because the goal wound up being to make the most offensive comedy podcast that we possibly could, but really the goal was actually to make each other laugh. But the way that it really started was during the lockdowns. There was the concept of a Twitter tower where you spell something out by having a bunch of people string together single letter tweets under something, so you could spell something offensive but avoid getting banned, because it's like, well, I just tweeted, the letter N. Like you can't get me for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're in this group chat on Twitter that would coordinate the towers essentially. And some of the guys that I met in there, we decided let's just start a podcast where we basically make a podcast version of this, like a podcast where we're basically shit posting. We called it Tower Power Hour originally, and then it just sort of became Tower Gang because Tower Gang was sort of the name of the group that we were in. And when it started, it was me, Jose from the No Way Jose podcast, who I actually knew before that because I knew him from a Dave Smith fan group.
Okay.
We were both Dave Smith fans back then. Yeah, so I actually knew him before that, which is kind of wild. And then it was this dude Cole, who has dropped off the map, and he's now being a father and husband, which I guess, good for him. But, he was really, really funny on the show, man. So we had him on, and then we had Top Lobster. Well, Top Lobster came in a little bit later, actually. The original lineup was me, Jose, Cole, Clint from Liberty Lockdown, which we had him as a guest on the first episode, but he sort of just became a mainstay of the show pretty quickly. And then we had a guy, Nick Ashley, on early as well, and he was on the show for a while until he decided to leave the show. And at some point, I think maybe before Nick left, we also added Reed Coverdale at one point to the show because he fit with us pretty well, and he was sort of a shit poster type of guy. So he was doing the Naturalist Capitalist show back in the day, which was he was a trucker who was he did a podcast basically that had to do with politics and his life and whatever. And then Top Lobster joined. He was a guest on our show probably about 11 episodes in, I want to say, maybe a little bit more than that. And then he became like a main host of the show as well. So initially, once we kind of figured out who we were, it basically became me, Top, Clint, Jose, Cole, Is that it? 5 people? Yeah, I think that's basically what it was. It became 5 people because we had the rule of 5. Like whenever we had a guest on, we would have a running gag. There was the rule of 5 where the guest got to decide which host to just kick out of the show. But it wouldn't be permanent or whatever. And I was picked most of the time. But yeah, it evolved from like, oh, we're going to talk about like the towers that we made on Twitter and whatever. We're like, no, this is kind of like the best part of the show was always like, just being as ridiculous as possible, like just trying to make everybody laugh. Like, nah, that's really what the show is. Don't even really talk about politics. I mean, it seeps in to everything you do, but it was really just like, I wanted to like bring back the 90s pretty much. I was older than all of the hosts besides Clint, or I am older than all of them except Clint. But I think we wanted to kind of bring that atmosphere back, like a bro hangout where you're just trying to make everybody laugh and just saying anything offensive that comes to mind, and you don't have to worry about what you're saying, That's what it was.
Long live the 90s.
Yeah, and we did that show. It lasted for like 4 years. So,
damn.
Yeah, I kind of wish it still existed because I think there's, we had built up a decent fan base for it, and I think there is still room for a show like that out there.
So I've only heard Top talk about it. And he was like saying that like you would quit every episode, but you would always return like every time.
I don't know if I would necessarily quit. I think I don't know, like just in our group chat that we had, I think I threatened to quit a lot because I was always the butt of like all the jokes, and I was just getting sick of like being the punching bag of the show. So I was like, fuck this, like
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to bring up a bad time, but I just thought it was kind of interesting.
I mean that was kind of part of the show. I mean, I guess that was part of my character on the show. Although we all were really just ourselves, though. I mean, I think that was the other thing. Like, we didn't want to be fake about any of that. Like, maybe we were exaggerated versions of ourselves, but we weren't like lying or pretending to be people that we're not.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's important to be authentic, But sometimes you have to. I don't know, maybe you won't agree with this, but like you have to, dial it back and be, yes, you have freedom of speech, but speech does have consequences sometimes. So like sometimes like things don't have to be said, you know what I mean? Like, and so like I just went through a bad experience of working with someone that's a podcaster, and he wants to say the same thing, like have this freedom of speech, no matter the consequences. But, when it becomes a business at the end of the day, it's hard to work with someone like that. Would you agree? I mean,
well, I think if you like live that way, though, in this environment where it's basically like you're going up against this like cancel mob that's basically like working in tandem with the government. And if you say anything that's against anything that they want to do, anything that's against their propaganda or anything that's considered to be offensive or whatever, and you're going to be like basically blackballed, and you can't even like make a living for yourself. Like we can't live that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it is pretty bad too, because I think I get blackballed just because of my name, Snoop Von Poop. That restricts me. I know, as silly as it is, it's just a playful little funny name. It's not, what I'm saying? But it just, it fucks me up in the algorithm.
Yeah, and it happened to me because some people that just hated me decided to dox me. Like, I really think it was some people like in the Libertarian Party that just hate me for being like a right winger in the Libertarian Party, whatever. I think those are the people that actually figured out where I worked and then doxed me over the Yay cover that I did. It's disgusting behavior, and they don't have to suffer any consequences for it. And then I'm at this job for like 9-10 years, so everybody at work knows me. People at that job like me. I did good work for them while I was there. I think I was good for like the social aspect of the company too, because like as an engineers a lot of times contend to not be good at like the social aspect of the company, but I was. So I brought like a lot to the table. I think I was probably the most hilarious person at the company as well. And now they're going to listen to some person they've never met before, somebody they don't know, just like, oh, this guy played this song, a cover song, a song that I didn't even write. Nope, we can't have that, and you're gone. But, this was also the company that they required the vaccine during the lockdowns, or during the COVID stuff, and I think I was the only one at the company that didn't get it. I called their bluff, and I pushed it completely to the limit, never got it. And
I would have done the same thing.
They never fired me over it, even though they said, you're going to get fired if you don't get this. I was like, okay, they were making me work from home the whole time. And the time came and went, and they never fired me. And I just kept working from home until the mandate got shut down. And then all of a sudden, they were just like, come back to the office. And they pretended like it never happened. It's crazy stuff. And then I'd have like some people that were at the office would like at least admit, like if you talk to them one-on-one, they'd admit that they were going to vote for Trump and stuff like that. And some of those people like would tell me like, I wish I did what you did and didn't get the vaccine, you know? So like there are people out there where they won't say it publicly though, but they will say it to you knowing that, you know, because I was a little bit more, I guess, public with what I thought. You know, I mean, everybody obviously knew pretty much. Like the higher ups of the company knew I never got the vaccine, so it wasn't really that much of a secret.
Can I ask you this? Did you have like a social media presence back then? Because I mean, you're pretty popular, you know, on the internet now. Like, did you have what kind of presence did you have back then?
Yeah, I mean, my Twitter started like blowing up in 2020. Like it was mostly a sports account prior to 2020, and then because it was during the lockdowns, I just started using it to vent about all the stuff that was going on because I knew how bad all this was because I'd been a libertarian for a while, and I knew like, yeah, this is like they're going to implement some like massive amounts of tyranny here. So I was like, I'm going to take to Twitter with this, and that's, you know, how I wound up meeting the Tower Gang guys and whatever. So there were pros and cons to this whole thing, but my Twitter has built since then. But I think back then I probably had, I don't know, I think I was around 5,000 followers when I started that, and then probably by the time they were trying to force me to get the vaccine, at that point I probably had 10,000 or so, I would guess, something in that realm. So I don't know.
Well, you just added another follower. I just followed you, brother.
Well, thank you. I will follow you back as well.
Awesome. I want to talk about your show, if you guys don't mind. We'll switch gears back to, you know, giving this guy his credit where it's due. That's great work.
Back to the nerd off.
Yeah.
I got a little clip from your show that you released today. I would like to show it, if you guys don't mind. Let me know when I'm good, Snoop.
All right. I forget what I even said on the show this morning.
Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Eduardo Rodriguez pitching for Arizona. Having a surprisingly good season, man. He's another guy whose velocity is completely tanked after injuries, surgeries, whatever. He's getting up there in age, but he is pitching well here. 2.55 ERA, 1.23 whip. Good at home, 1.93 home ERA. Didn't pitch well in his last start, though, at Cincinnati. He only lasted 2 2/3 of an inning and threw 85 pitches. So he was really, really inefficient in that game, and he had 5 walks. He was lucky he only allowed 1 run in that one. That was a bad start from him. So maybe he's going out of form here. I don't know, though, because he was pitching pretty well mostly prior to that. So I don't know. Looking at his overall numbers, he has a low hit rate. His walk rate is too high. His strikeout rate is definitely low. He doesn't really fool guys anymore. So I do think that he's in line for some regression here. Like, I don't think he's going to continue putting up numbers this good, but he's been more good than bad this year for sure. Against Anaheim, his numbers are not really that good, but they only have 5 hitters who have faced him. But it does amount to 63 at-bats because Mancini has 44 at-bats against him. Not Henry Mancini, the pianist. But yeah, he has most of the at-bats against him. Mancini has hit him all right. 17 strikeouts, 6 walks overall, 254 average, allowed 859 OPS. And in fact, 4 of the 5 guys who have faced him have homered off him. So that's not a great sign that Erod has given up a lot of power to Anaheim's hitters here. This game, I don't know, man. I mean, it kind of reads as more of an over game to me. At least one of the bullpens, Anaheim, is really bad. 50-50 on the tickets, 94% of the cash on the over. I think both pitchers are kind of untrustworthy here. Totals at 9.5. It's high for a reason. So, you know, I think an over makes more sense than anything else here. The money is backing Arizona. They're around minus 160 something here, though. 70% of tickets, 91% of the cash on Arizona. If you played Arizona, you'd have to make like a -1 run line or something, or do something like that. I don't think I would really necessarily disagree because they do have the more established starter here and the better bullpen. I wouldn't want to do it, though.
So I believe the over hit today in that game.
No, it landed 9. So
9? Oh, damn.
It depended. I think it landed 9. It depended on what number you got on that. But what I should have really said, like thinking about what I just said there, like, 'cause I should have thought of it this way, is that if you like the over and you think Arizona's going to win the game, Arizona team total over is something that makes sense. I just don't do enough with team totals, but that was a winner if you did that today. So Arizona did win. The game missed barely on the over. It landed 9, so it was an 8-1 Arizona win, I believe.
So somebody that's been experienced, I bet every day, look every day. I involve. I have routines. People lean on, but a lot of my own brain. For somebody that just sat down for the very first time to watch you, I think you might have a viewer.
Thank you.
You're very, very informative. You're well spoken. Damn, you give a lot of knowledge, and you give out overs, unders, trends, what they've been doing, career, stuff like that, like game by game
in
analysis.
Baseball, yes, but in
game by game.
Most of the other sports, I'm mostly just doing sides though. Baseball, by far, is where I do like totals. Like, yeah, it's pretty much just a baseball specific thing for me. But yeah,
No, I love the fact that you talk about like the Ks with prior history with the batters and hitters. I love how you deal that. You go like game by game analysis, and you do this daily, don't you?
Yeah.
Every
baseball season, like I get really in depth about like all the stuff, because I think in baseball the matchup matters a lot.
Yes.
But I don't do that really with the other sports. Like I actually do situational handicapping almost entirely in all the other sports. So those I'm more basing it on like what the human behavior is going to be, like in a certain spot. Like if a team is coming off like a huge game or something like that, and they put in a ton of effort, and now they're facing a team they might overlook, I might look to play on that team that they might overlook. You know what I mean?
And like you today, I didn't like very much. I just didn't in my research. My handicapping last night, this morning, I just didn't like too much. Your Pittsburgh play got me to open my eyes to some things. So riding you on that. No, just very informative. And like you came across very like not like cocky, confident, just cool, collective, and you gave out a lot of intel and you gave options.
I'm sick right now, and I say a lot while I'm like trying to. Because I'm looking at all the different, like switching between all the different pages that I use there.
But I love it. Like baseball Ks and pitching is my strength. Like that's one thing I always do. I do alt lines. That's one thing I like to do. I like to make my own line. I am a pregame better in football and baseball. I'm a live better for baseball and basketball. So that's one thing that I adapted. Do you do any live betting?
I basically don't. I mean, not really my thing, although, I mean, I get the concept where it's like, I mean, I think you could kind of sort of fade what's happened like early in a game. Like there are some situations where I probably should have, where if it's like you have like say like in the NBA, you have like a big home favorite or something, and it's a spot where you think they're going to win the game prior to the game. Like the spot is good and whatever, and they start out bad and they're losing the game, whatever. Like it makes sense to maybe live bet that team,
So that's something I've adapted. I used to be only a pregame bettor until the last couple of years. My in-game NBA live betting, NBA is different because like that, I just like just seeing stuff in real time. Seeing what's actually happening. You don't know if the player was up all night partying. You don't know if he got in an argument with his freaking wife. Like you don't know it until you see it. So like I've been very successful in adapting to that. And then as far as baseball goes, live, I pick on pitching. Like if somebody's coming to that bat that has, like a bad, history with the pitcher for Ks, maybe I'll do like, him to strike out. But like, I don't know, I wouldn't say your bread and butter. With me being the first time I've watched you kind of explain different avenues. You're not like locked into like one certain thing. I like that you cover many, many things. You covered like, is the wind blowing out Wiggly today? Why is the total high? This team traveled off, an East Coast game going to West Coast next day. You have, other things. So I like that. Very informative. So props to you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, again, that's mostly baseball where I have like that many different approaches to it. Like I don't really do that as much in the other sports. So football, basketball. I do football, both NFL and college. I do basketball, NBA in college. I do NHL as well. I'm doing WNBA, and as of last year, I started doing that, and I've been pretty good at that.
You be nice to my Sophie Cunningham.
I love Sophie Cunningham. She's one of my favorites.
All right, cool. All right, we're fine.
I want her to follow me on Twitter, though. Like, I've replied.
You hear that, Carter Kong? You hear that?
Yeah, our boy Carter.
Still hasn't happened.
So Sophie Cunningham, if you are listening, follow these two guys right here. They're your biggest fans.
Yeah, I like her, and I like Caitlin Clark too because I think she's getting a bad deal in the league right now. They're all just everybody's seemingly going after her and trying to hurt her and whatever.
Listen. I have to totally disagree with that completely. Do you know why? Because everybody in the WNBA is lucky to have the deal they have. They don't make money. They're losing money. They're subsidized by the NBA. They're losing money.
True.
They're lucky to have anything that they get right now. You know, I get mad at some of it. You know, like, you have a great job as it is, so you can't act like you're suffering in today's economy. It's rough in today's economy for everyone, but you want to compare yourself to the NBA. Well, hold on. Let's talk about a business and who's making money and profiting and able to pay these athletes. Who's buying jerseys, this and that. Like, there's so many variables that go into it.
Yeah.
So it was disappointing for me to see how these players, and it doesn't have anything to do with sex. It's not like I'm a misogynist that hates women or the WNBA or anything like that, but I mean, let's be honest,
it's not a good product.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like
you have to be die hard to watch it. Like, I love fucking sports, and it's hard for me to even watch it.
Yeah. And most of the women in it aren't good looking either, so that makes it difficult to watch.
Yes.
Except for Sophie. And a couple other chicks.
There's a few of them. There's a few of them.
Yeah, a few.
That Kelsey Plum I like.
She's all right. She might be hurt. I talked about that game on my show this morning. She might not be playing tonight.
Okay. So another thing that I'm just starting to follow your content. You've been on a heater lately. I know one thing is, like, I don't know, cappers, whatever, providing content to people for bets. You want to be very transparent, so I like that you scroll with your record.
Earlier this year, like I was hot for the majority of this year, but this past 2 weeks I've been treading water basically until yesterday. I was 3-0. I had 3 baseball unders, and they all were easy winners. So that made me feel pretty good. But yeah.
So you do singles? Is that that's what you like to do, singling out, right?
Yeah, like straight bets, yeah.
Okay. That's the best way to go, especially building bankrolls. Successful-wise, parlays are made for suckers. Those don't hit too often unless you pick your own lines. That's what I like to do. So, I like to, pick on 2 or 3 pitchers the day of and lower their K props and just pick their lines and combine them together. So, an example, Gilbert was 6.5 yesterday, right? He's hit 5 straight. He's hit 5 in each game and 4 or 5 straight. So I lowered it, combined it with some other ones as well. Just lowered the line, just being safer.
10 strikeouts.
He did. He had 10. And maybe call me a puss, but I just like to be safe, and I know how it is. I'd rather just take the layup.
He'd been really bad at home, which really doesn't make a lot of sense because usually Seattle's pitchers are better at home because it's pitcher friendly. He was really good there last year. So I gave out the under in that game. That was one of my winners yesterday. It was an easy win, but I'm thinking Gilbert is not going to continue to be that bad at home. That was kind of my thought on that. Plus he had good matchup numbers against Baltimore. Baltimore doesn't do well against him.
Correct. Right. Especially on the road, too. And there's like you said on your show, Mariners at home pitching is just a lot different. So I think Woo's going to have a good night tonight, and I think the Mariners are going to come out to win. I know it's kind of iffy, but their pitcher, Baltimore, is not very good there. But that's Seattle. Do you do futures bets by any chance?
Very, very limited on that. I will do shows where I'll do a season preview and talk about that and whatever.
Okay.
I gave out 3 NFL season win totals last year, and all of them won. And this year, I also gave out 3 this year that I like the most, and there are a couple other ones I kind of like too. But
you already have gave them out?
Yeah, for the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, what are they?
Patriots under. I forget what the number is on that.
11.5? Isn't it 11.5 or 10.5?
11.5 seems really high.
I think it's 10.5. Let me check.
Might be 10.5. Patriots under because it's the Super Bowl hangover, man. That team always seems cursed the next year. Look at, Chiefs.
Yeah, so many people are high on them. Sorry to cut you off.
But there's reasoning behind it too, because the Patriots had a really weak schedule last year, and then they won the division. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl. They kind of overperformed. So now I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back here, and they don't have as easy of a schedule. So I gave out that one. I gave out Bears under, and I think the Bears are at about 9.5. I thought they way overperformed last year.
Really?
They're not in an easy division. I don't like the Bears at all. I don't even think they're good.
Really?
Yeah, and people are going to look and say, oh, they won like 12 games last year, whatever, and the total's 9.5. It really reminds me of one of the other ones that I gave out the previous year that was a win was Redskins under, or sorry, Commanders, whatever.
Commanders.
Washington under after the year that they made I think they made the NFC Championship that one year, right? So I said the next year I was like, go under because you're going to have like Jaden Daniels is going to have his sophomore slump, whatever. Like they're going to take a huge step back. Their defense blows. And the total was 9.5 on that. They didn't come close. Of course, they had a bunch of injuries, but still, like that was a winner. And then the other one that I gave out this year is I gave out Detroit Lions over, which I think they might be at 10.5. But I mean, the Lions are they're a perennial playoff team, and they missed the playoffs this past
Patriots
year.
10.5.
And like clearly, they could have won some of those games they didn't win. People are going to say it was because they lost their coordinators. I don't really think so. And they have one of the easiest schedules this year too. So I like that aspect of it. It reminds me of one of my other winners the previous year was the 49ers because they were a team like that where they were a perennial playoff team and they missed the playoffs the previous year because of injuries and whatever. They come into the next year, they have a really easy schedule. I'm like, yeah, they're going over that thing. And that was correct as well.
Okay, so we don't hate here at the Pick Is In podcast. We're very respectful, and I have an open mind when it comes to listening to other people's thoughts that's different from mine. You have a platform. You're talking to two guys here that absolutely are high on the Bears. Tell us the reasons, your reasonings, why. And I'm being objective, but at the same time, I'll definitely listen because I always do.
You're asking me why I'm not high on them?
Yeah. Well, we're both high on them. That's Snoop's team, and I've been high on the Bears the last 2 years.
Well, I think they overperformed last year. They won like several games by single point margins where they easily could have lost the games. So I think that what they did last year, I think was a little bit of a mirage.
Yeah, right. It's called perseverance, Toad.
I don't think their defense is good. I don't think.
I agree with you. Their defense is not very good.
I don't think Caleb Williams is that good. They're in an extremely they're in an extremely difficult division. Wow. Like their schedule's not that easy. So yeah, I think they absolutely take a step back. I think they were one of the most overperforming teams last year.
Did you purposely wait till the end of the episode to
I don't think this was not planned. I mean, that's just
my God. Listen.
I'm trying to give out winners here, man. The Bears frustrated me last year, and I noticed you have your Bears Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I've changed it. As soon as you wanted to fucking run your mouth, I had to change it.
Who do we have what, Ditka? Is that Urlacher?
Urlacher, Sweetness, and Butkus.
Butkus, and yeah, that's what, Walter Payton? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Other way. Boom.
Yeah. Well, I know, obviously, but yeah, your head was in the way of Walter Payton. So yeah.
That's right. Well, I should be on the Mount Rushmore in Bears history too.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
yeah.
No, I think. Listen, may I ask you an honest question?
Yeah.
Does all this Bear hate come from 1985? Like is that? Okay.
I was a baby. I don't remember that at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you were just maybe born into the hate. Like maybe.
No, I actually like Jim McMahon. I don't really hate the Bears. I think Caleb Williams is a massively overrated quarterback, and the Bears really pissed me off last year because I think I probably lost
because they kept winning.
I think I lost betting against them.
You realize you're mad at them for winning.
Yeah. I think I lost betting against them like at least 4 times, and I don't think I was wrong in most of those at the very
Toad,
least.
I think you're right. I think they had the most single-digit point margin victories in the league. I think they had like 7 or 8. You're right. Totally right. But yeah, a win's a win, though. But yeah.
You know who they put on the cover of Madden? Winners.
Yeah, the Madden curse is in the thing. Peyton Hillis, best running back
wow. Wow. Name drop. That's a name drop right there. That is a name drop. Well, yeah. I mean, being in the space, you have to be open to not what you think and just listen. And like one thing, we can definitely disagree to agree, and I'm definitely listening because more info the better. But I have Caleb. I don't know if you play fantasy sports.
Yeah, just football now, but I used to do football, basketball, baseball.
Okay. Just an example. I have Caleb as like 3 or 4 at quarterback coming in this year, so I'm that high on him.
I mean, fantasy is different from like what it
being a real quarterback.
What it translates to in the actual game. Yeah. So,
We'll see. We'll see. So you got the Bears under. Okay, right. That's one.
I said
And,
Bears under, Patriots under, and
Okay.
Lions over were my three. Yeah. I like the Chiefs over too, though, because they're a team that's just always there, and they missed the playoffs completely last year. Mahomes was hurt, so I think the Chiefs probably go over whatever their total is.
Dude, how about that? Imagine the guy doesn't even
it's
make the
high.
plastic, gets an extension. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And
Right.
Ray Rice is out of prison or whatever, or not Ray Rice, Rashee Rice.
Rashid.
You're Ray Rice.
Sorry, I
Oh,
get
man.
I get all my Rices who are criminals.
Right. All
confused.
He looked pretty good running out of jail, by the way. We only have 84 days till kickoff, so I absolutely cannot freaking wait. Is that your second? Baseball is your first number one, right? Who's number two on your sport list?
I mean, right now, like if you look over at least over the past 4 years or whatever since I've been doing it on Action Network, baseball is my number one. But NBA was until like the NBA playoffs kind of gave me a hit, which is weird because I usually do really well in the NBA playoffs. I think NBA is still probably my best all time, though. I don't know if it's my most fun to bet, but I think it's what I've won the most at. But NBA's changed a little bit, though. You have to handicap it a little bit differently, but that's up there. Baseball's up there. I think next is probably hockey. And then probably college basketball. Football is the most difficult, but I'm up in every sport. But I think, NFL, then probably college football. College football, I had a bad year 2 years ago, but this past year was good, if I remember correctly. And then WNBA is after all that. I don't enjoy the WNBA, but I think I know how to beat it.
Okay.
That's interesting. Because, our friend Carter, feels the same way. Like, he feels like he's got the WNBA down to a science. Be interesting to hear you guys talk together.
Yeah,
Like,
this guy. So let's do our boy Carter. Dude, he's innovated. He's the best in-game live better I've ever met, and
Dude,
he
hey,
dominates the
check this
WNBA.
out. Check this out, Toad. Tomorrow night, this episode's going to come out tomorrow night.
He might be on
the live stream. Maybe you can hop up and talk to him after. We'll put the interview up in there, and then on the live stream, if you want to, if you're free, no obligation.
It depends what time it is. If it's late enough, I think I might be able to do it.
Yeah, it might be pretty late. So
Okay.
We're not West Coast time, so
yeah, that's right. Yeah, let me know, and I might be able to do it. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, that'd
East
be
Coast
fun.
Time, so,
It'd be fun.
that's probably had a good conversation. You have a Patreon. You sell picks, correct? I don't know nothing about it. Tell the first time. You right?
All my picks are free, but I do have a Patreon. Patreon.com/LearnToToad. It's in the link tree, but the stuff that's behind the Patreon paywall is Spotify ukulele cover feed and ukulele requests. So I'm monetizing that part of it, but all the picks that I'm giving out are free right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So people can't come after me that hard if my picks lose, But you saw my record that I have been tracking for the last, 70-something days. It's going well, and, I've only had 2 losing years since 2008 or whatever. So 2015 was bad, and 2023 I think was bad, or maybe actually 2024 it might have been it. Yeah, I think it was 2024. 2022 and 2023 were awesome though.
That's awesome, brother. There's a lot of hate in this industry. Like, we shouldn't be going like people that do this for a living, like you, bet. Help spread the love. Like, don't hate.
I need
appreciate
to do it for a living. Like, I need to up my bet size. You know what I mean?
So,
I gotta just go balls to the wall and just do it instead of betting smaller amounts.
Right. The casinos have enough freaking money. They've taken enough. They have that huge buildings.
Yeah.
They don't need to take more money. We're here as an industry community. Let's help each other, love
it from them,
and
man.
help. Take it from them.
For the record, by the way, I actually kind of disagree with the Mariners, by the way, because I was going to mention that when you mentioned the Mariners.
That's fine.
I love Wu, but I don't know. His matchup numbers scare me against the Orioles, and Boz, who's pitching for the Orioles, actually has good numbers against the Mariners. I don't know, man. That one worries me. The Mariners.
Isn't somebody else pitching? You said it's Bradish. Isn't it Bradish?
Is it? I thought it was Shane Boz. Did I get that wrong?
Boz is not today. I know that because I have him in fantasy.
Oh, no.
It's Bradish. It's Bradish versus Wu.
It's Bradish against Kirby. Yeah, all right.
My bad. I mixed the pitchers. That's my fault. That's why you're thinking him. I was thinking
tomorrow. Tomorrow's Boz versus Wu. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know. You watched my show. You probably saw what I said about the Seattle and Baltimore game today. I think I said over.
You did.
Was
And
what
I
I
could
thought
see
in
that
that
too.
game. Yeah. Yep. I could see Seattle winning that one though. I mean, Bradish is bad, so
Right.
badish.
Man, there sure are some surprising teams this year. Those White Sox, man.
Yeah.
Those White Sox. Man, are they in first place?
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
They're still an underdog to win that division, though.
Wow.
They have lesser odds to win it than I think Cleveland. So I have no idea. Cleveland, Jose Ramirez is hurt. Cleveland has like 3 of their top hitters are all hurt right now. I have no idea.
All right, 4 to 6 weeks for Ramirez.
I think the feeling is that the White Sox are going to fall off. Like these pitchers that have been doing really well for them are going to start doing poorly. Like Davis Martin got wrecked yesterday by the Yankees. Sean Burke, another Boston guy, he's fallen off recently.
You like Anthony Kay?
I don't. I don't think he's good at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could see him falling off sooner than later.
Is that game tonight? Let me see.
Yeah, Kay is pitching right now.
Kay against
Rondon.
I don't know who's winning that game, but yeah, I did not think that the White Sox would do well on that one. It looked like maybe a Yankees team total over type of game.
It's 4 to 3 Yankees in the bottom of the third.
So the Yankees are definitely going over their team total.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rodon's got 4 Ks. I had him for 5, and Anthony's got 2.1 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 K.
Yeah, he's not good. Rodon is going to get your strikeout prop probably though. Looks like. Let's not jinx it though.
Oh, right. Nah, dude, I had a great time just being respectful. Snoop.
Yeah.
Any words for our great guests?
Dude, no, man, it's fucking fun chat today, man. I'm glad we were able to make this happen. You came highly recommended from the boys over at Nephilim Death Squad.
Love those guys.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome. I hope I get to meet all of you guys in August. And yeah, man, thanks for fucking showing up today, man, and not canceling. Like, dude, I'm sure you've been in the podcasting game long enough. You know how it is when you book people. Sometimes these people just fucking don't show up 3 weeks in a row, and you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Back with the Tower Gang, yeah, we had some guests not show up and stuff. Yeah, with my show, I mostly just do it solo, so I don't really have to worry about it.
That's
nice.
Nice.
I like having the control. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, did you ever have Cheney on Tower Gang?
I don't think we did. I met her at one of the Bro Grows though.
I was gonna say, do you know? Yeah,
we were talking about potentially having her come on my show at some point because she knows UFC really well.
Yeah,
that hasn't happened though. But I don't do UFC really, but maybe I should get into it. It's a lot to take on though, trying to take on all this extra stuff. So
yes,
right. That's how I feel about TV series. Like I don't have time for a whole new one. Fuck that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have. I think I'm actually gonna have money on the World Cup tomorrow because I've been paying enough attention to it. Switzerland, I think is the play tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a little bit juicy on the money line, but Switzerland, they were a huge favorite in their first game, and they got drawn by I forget who it even was, a Qatar maybe. They had some draw that was just awful against somebody. So I think they're gonna have like a much better performance after that, and they're playing. I don't remember who they're playing this time, but Switzerland is staying in California. Like they had one game in somewhere in California, and they have this game also in California, or this match. And whoever their opponent is, I'm pretty sure is traveling in from like Toronto or something. So they have this like huge travel edge here. So Switzerland is what I'm looking at tomorrow. I'll break it down on my show tomorrow, though.
Well, shoot, I think I know my next soccer bet, and it's been a long time since I've bet on soccer. So, hey, I really
money line though. It's a juicy money line though, but I think that's the way.
All right. No, I really appreciate just starting to get to know you. Hopefully, we can do more if you enjoyed. Just love talking sports and getting to know people. That's part of this podcast game is just to have a good organic talk. And it was nice to meet you. And do you got a viewer? I'll start tuning in. I subscribe to your show. So all you people at home, go give the great Learn to Todd on X and
motherfucker,
Toad,
Toad.
Toad. I always fuck that shit up. Snoop, you do this shit.
Ah, damn it! It's at Learn to Toad. Give the motherfucker a follow. He's the best fucking sports numbers guy, unlike the other guy that I do a podcast with over here. So,
yes. I'm very, very selective with my plays, though. It's like usually a few a day, pretty much, unless it's some of the overlaps during like the fall. I might have like 10 or 11 plays though, when there's a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
On, but yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm very safe on what I put out too, because I want to give out good stuff. Like I'm very, very I'm hard on yourself. So you want to do safe stuff.
This one. Yeah, hopefully we get the Pirates tonight, man. I like the pitching matchup in that one.
Totally. So this, appreciate everybody tuning in. Go give them a follow. Appreciate you being here. And shoot, back to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
So welcome back. What is up, Heywood?
What up? Thanks to all the great people in the chat chiming in. Templar, much love to you. The fantasy football space. All the others that commented, much love. Thank you for all the reposts and support. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation we had with Stool Sports. Thanks, Stu.
Dude, yeah, that was fun, man. I like him. He's a fun guy, and hopefully we could talk some more. You can nerd out with him some more. That'd be fun.
I love that. Thank you, Snoop. I love diving in that. No, it was awesome, man. It's cool. He's from the city of Boston, getting to know him a little bit. I watched his show this morning, and hey, he puts out good stuff. So, hey, let's go give him some support. Anybody that puts out some good bets, good content, we support here. So, yeah, thank you, Snoop, for dialing that up.
Yeah. So, what else we getting into tonight? What else?
Let's see. Let's see.
I got one Arizona Cardinal thing. You want me to share some Arizona Cardinal history?
Not yet.
No?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
All right.
So,
all right.
So let's dive into some Suns stuff. I got some Suns stuff I want to go over for the people. I got the post that we already shared, but I want to continuing to talk about it. Devin Booker changes his number. I got the post up here. So yeah, he's changed it from 1 to 15 in honor of his dad, Melvin. He also wore in the USA team. His Olympic gold medal run. So just like his icon Kobe, he's changing. So shout out to the great Espo. Much love to him. But he put out a post here that was kind of interesting. 4 players that have worn number 1 as well as another number in Suns history. Seth Sabalos, 23. Amari Stoudemire, 32. Goran Dragic, number 2. And Devin Booker, reportedly 15. So, yeah, some other ones that have. I know we touched base a little bit on this earlier, but we'll get into some news real quick, unless you want to discuss this a little bit more.
Yeah, what is that? I can't see it, the screen too well.
No, that's okay. I got the next
Mark Williams.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to what do you want to know about Mark Williams? I don't think there's any reason he remains with the Suns this season.
The Suns have reportedly tendered qualifying offers to starting center Mark Williams and the second-year guard Kobe Bryant, making them restricted free agents. So a little bit of news there. And then, did you have any thoughts on the Booker stuff? That's what I was asking you.
About the jersey?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, it is what it is. I think, people were speculating a lot, because of Mark Williams. I've heard speculation that he wanted to give up number 1 for Zion, which I think is absolute
fake news.
Garbaggio.
That's worse than the John Morant stuff. Like Zion, no way in hell. Like we don't have nothing to do with that broken down guy. All the rumors. People pay attention to like there's certain people that give out Suns info that guys need to follow. Don't follow everything that everybody says. So like. The guys that we've had on here are very reliable with their news. So just be careful. If you see like a John Morant post, maybe somebody not locally or like a Zion post, just be iffy about it. But yeah, he's we'll see. I heard that Devin's going to pay him money for the number if he comes back. So that's what I've heard about that. But I got some other Suns news here I want to pull up.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
I'll get it from you. So the Suns and Dylan Brooks are in negotiations on a long-term contract. Brooks will make $21 million next season before a new deal with a slight pay raise will kick in. Brooks has established himself as one of the key members of the Phoenix Suns roster after being traded from the Rockets for the Kevin Durant trade. Snoop, how much is too much with Dylan? I know he's important. I know we love him. He's a good fit here, right? everything's worked out. How much is too much? I mean, 24, 25. How much is a slight raise? I mean, if we're getting closer north of that, I don't know, man. That's a lot of money, brother. Is it worth it?
There's a lot of overpaid athletes in all of sports. I don't really think so. I think he's definitely worth the money. I think. I mean, if you're gonna price a player like Devin Booker at 60 million a year, which is what he's rapidly approaching,
Good
I
point.
think you have to say that Brooks is worth half that.
Good point. Good point. Yes. That's what I'm
You know?
asking. Yeah, especially with the salary cap keep increasing. The way you're breaking it down, he's making half of what Booker's making next year, this coming season. He's worth about that, right? Yeah, that's a good point. He's important
And
for us.
And yeah, absolutely. He brings a lot more to the table that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, Like he, brings a lot of intensity, to the team that just sometimes doesn't show up necessarily in the stat columns. You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
So absolutely pay the man.
So got a little bit of Suns history I want to talk about since we didn't do so much last week. I got a couple things ready to locked and loaded here. So June 17th, 1986, 6 years to the day before he was traded for Charles Barkley, the Phoenix Suns took Jeff Hornacek from Iowa State with the 46th overall selection in the second round. Prior to Horny, Phoenix took William Bradford 6th overall. I don't even remember who the hell that was, Snoop. Joe Ward with the 31st pick and Raphael Addison with the 37th pick. I actually remember those players. Kenny Gaddison at 55. So I don't even remember their first round pick, but little picture of Horny back in the day, old school. And then and what's your first? What do you think of Jeff Hornacek? What comes to mind?
Don't call him horny. That's so lame.
It's his nickname, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, he was a good ball player, and he brought us Charles Barkley. So it's his history is definitely a big part of the Phoenix Suns culture. I liked him, when he played for the Suns. I remember, seeing him. 1990, I think, was the first time I seen him.
Okay, yeah. Damn, I think damn good shooter. I love that. Our team could afford to lose him because we had a young and upcoming Dan Marley, during that era as well. But we got Chuck. So, I mean, Horny, to his time, then he came back and coached for us. I think most people remember him from his Utah days, playing, with Karl Malone and the Mailman and all them. But that brings me to our next Suns in history. On June 17th, 1992, Charles Barkley was traded here 34 years ago for Andrew Lane, Tim Perry, and Jeff Hornacek, which we discussed on the show. Best record in the NBA that year. He won the MVP. Hakeem was second, and we all know eventually lost to Michael Jordan in the finals.
Yeah, why you got to bring the show down, bro?
Charles Barkley, baby.
Lost in the finals.
Shout out to John Voida. He had some little Suns history he posted this week that I did not know about. Fun Suns draft fact. Rich Jones is the only player in Suns history drafted twice. Phoenix took him in 1968 with the number 49 pick. He chose the ABA's Dallas Chaparrals. The Suns drafted him again in 1969, a year later, with the 59th pick, and he stayed in the NBA. He finally made his NBA debut in 1976. I didn't know a player got drafted twice. Shout out to John Voida.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Wow, that's interesting.
Totally. Let's see what else I got here. So you're asking about the supplemental draft earlier. I found a little bit more info from Adam Schefter. Excuse me, Snoop.
There's no N in there.
I'm still doing it. Anyway, first held in 1977, the supplemental draft allowed teams to bid future draft picks on players. The league hasn't had a supplemental draft since 2023, and no one has been selected in one since 2019, when the Cardinals picked safety Jalen Thompson with a 5th round bid. Now, he was a good player. He actually became a starter later. So, to go back on what we were talking about with that Texas Tech quarterback. Just wanted to show that. Let's see what else I got in here. You got anything, Snoop, before we go into your Cardinal stuff?
Yeah, I got some other conspiracy shit that can wait till the end.
I think I got one more NBA concerning. So let's see. I got a video from the great John Gamadora, the godfather of Arizona sports, talking about the quarterback of Texas Tech. Snoop, am I good to play this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Expect that they will have interest. The Arizona Cardinals, I would expect that they will have representation at that pro day. It'll be like almost any other pro day. So I would expect that the Cardinals are going to be represented. What I can tell you is that the Cardinals have done a lot of extensive research on Sorsby already because there was a chance that he could have been in this year's draft. I would expect that they will have interest. Where in the draft, I can't tell you. But because they don't know if they have an answer at quarterback, they will continue to look at the quarterback position. So having Carson Beck in the third round does not rule out the Arizona Cardinals from taking a chance on Sorsby in the supplemental draft. I would expect that they will.
Anyway, I just wanted to show that. Shout out to John Gambardora. He's actually one of the guys in media that's on radio that's actually still doing great things and has good insight. Let's see here. All right, Snoop, what you got?
No, I'm just thinking, why would anybody want to take a chance on this Sorsby guy when he's already incriminated in all this gambling stuff? And I mean, you have situations like Terry Rozier that just happened and other players getting suspended for gambling. And it's just like, dude, it's like, lines are being crossed too much, in all of this.
Great point, Snoop. Great point. It's not like he's only done this once or twice. This is reoccurring with him. It's a problem. It's not going to stop. Look at the numbers of what they found out. Now, the reason why is because this guy is uber talented. This guy's really good when he's on the field, but it doesn't mean can he change? I'm not saying a man or a person can't change, but he's had a lot of recurring things that just keep continuing to happen to him. So, good point. I wouldn't want to erase the second round draft pick on a risk.
Yeah, and football's it's a tough sport to break into. It's a step up too. It's one thing to play in college, but then just to step up into the NFL, it's a whole different animal. And if you're bringing baggage with you, it can really derail, your path.
100%. I got a feeling I'm going to love what you're going to bring up.
Yeah, you probably will because on this day in Arizona sports history, Arizona continued their dismantling of a playoff team when fullback Larry Centers was cut due to both cap and football reasons after 9 years with the Cardinals. Arguably the fan base's favorite player, Centers was the then only says running back in NFL history with 100 receptions, 101 in 1995.
Wow. My man, my favorite player of all time, brother.
Yep. So is on this day in history that.
Yeah. So they had the Cardinals team went to the playoffs. They beat Dallas that year, and then they just dismantled the team. And he was the heart and soul of the team. Like, no bullshit. He was the heart and soul of the team. I'm glad you pulled this up. I remember that day. And I believe it's posted on quite a few local platforms, talking about it. But Larry Sanders was great. If y'all don't know who the hell he was, you guys need to look him up. He just so much heart, extra yardage, played after the whistle was done through his player. Like, this guy's effort was nonstop. He killed himself on the field. Like, he would break 2 or 3 tackles every play. He was just a leader, a good teammate, cheered, handshake, freaking good rah-rah guy at the same time. Just people listened to it, but he played and worked hard, and he was the soul and heart of that team, man. Do you remember Jerry Maguire?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was shot in Sun Devil Stadium, and that was one of Larry Center's best ever games. That was shot in 1995 against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. I was actually on the right behind the bench on that game, like walking the sidelines. Because back in the day at Sun Devil, they had walkways right behind the bench for fans, and I was always walking so you could like hear everything the players were saying, like whether coaching each other on the sidelines. Like it was pretty cool. But yeah, they shot it at halftime. They had a receiver named Rod Moore at the time, number 85, who the guy in the movie was Rod Tidwell. I forget the actor's name, pretty famous actor's name. Cuba
Gooding.
Yeah. Tom Cruise was there. It was an extended halftime. We got killed on the game, but Larry had one of the best plays, man, in Cardinals history, where he leaped over Larry Brown for a touchdown, like jumped over him. But that was a great game. Man, and that movie, Jerry Maguire, was shot at Sun Devil Stadium. I think it was the week before Christmas in 1995. But thanks for bringing that up. I freaking love Larry Centers, man. Your boy Nick Forte broke his record for most catches by a running back in a single season, and then that record got broken. Matt. Excuse me. Thank you, Matt Forte. Not Nick. What the fuck, Heywood? Anyway, and then Christian McCaffrey broke Matt Forte's record, and he now owns the record. But yeah, dude, great play.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So is Matt Forte.
Dude, one of my favorites. So let's see here. Let's see. Jerry Maguire was Cameron Crowe, Cuba Gooding Jr., Tom Cruise. Damn, it grossed $273 million. Holy shit. That's a lot back then. Now, Snoop, sorry I didn't show you this beforehand. I wanted to ask you, probably stupid of me to ask, but on the Cardinals website, they have a little highlight of the actual filming of the movie. Do you think we're allowed to play this?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's see. What else you got, Snoop?
Well, as you know, part of our show is that we try to see every aspect of things, and sometimes is the game's fixed. It is entertainment after all. I have some video here depicting whether or not the NBA is using magnets in their basketballs. So let's watch this video here, and then we'll talk about it.
Chip is right here in this spot. And it makes sense because on the other side, there's the air side of it, even though it has the Bluetooth logo. But this is where it must be. Okay, we got it.
Look at that thing. All right, is this it? You think that's it?
Yeah, it has to be.
We still don't know much more. When I was throwing this up earlier, the ball, it felt like it was a little bit lopsided. It seems like that's heavy enough to make it wobble.
Interesting.
Oh, yes. What's inside of this sensor that's inside of the Wilson X ball?
What is it, liquid?
Oh, it's a battery.
It's having a baby. Whoa! What?
I wonder if it moves inside that little capsule.
When the ball spins, it can sense the rotation of it. That is interesting. And on this top side, it looks like it's the battery, like right there.
Yeah.
It's got to have something to get that RFID chip.
So does it ever die?
I don't know. Well, I just chopped the battery out of it. That's a pretty heavy-duty battery. Will it run out of battery? It could. This is all the technology inside of it with the motherboard. The chips inside.
You can definitely see the chips.
To make a shot from anywhere on the court. Is it magic or is it magnets? Tiny magnets placed on the ball, ensuring a strong attraction to the metal rim. Watch. And when Barron needs more magnets, Barron gets more magnets. Don't believe me? Watch the NBA playoffs and you'll see there's really no other explanation.
Now we all know whenever you shoot a basketball, it's supposed to bounce off the rim if it doesn't go in, assuming you don't airball or flat out brick off the backboard. Now I would love for somebody to explain this shot to me. Nigga, the ball is sitting on the top of the rim. It didn't bounce. And to all the trolls that love to say, oh, it's just physics, that's what a ball did that. I would love for you to physics your way out of this one, bitch.
Hey, Snoop, do me a favor, pause it.
If you really think there's...
Pause it, and where's this court at? Rewind it to where the court is. This is an NBA game?
It's Atlanta, yeah.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, my bad. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
This is interesting.
Not magnets in this shit. After watching these, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I played basketball my entire life, and not once has this ever happened shooting the ball. The ball doesn't sit this long on the front of the rim and go in. If you say it does, you just playing 2K and you got a glitch.
So, I mean, what do you think about that? That's pretty wild, huh?
The second part of that video was a little bit more intriguing because, like, you don't know who's making the video. You don't know if they made the basketball, but like at an NBA freaking game. I'm sorry, me and you have played basketball. I've never seen that where a ball just stucks on the back of the rim from anything that's not underneath the hoop or short distance. Like I've seen
Yeah.
it, just not far or
Right.
far back. Right. You know, like I played tons of ball. I know you have too. Have you ever fucking seen that?
Like you said, I mean, from short distance, yeah, maybe, but
Right.
like not from half court.
That looked like Mike Brown, coach. That shot.
It did look like him a little bit.
That's fucking crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That wouldn't surprise fucking me. Like, don't get me wrong. We don't know if that guy shooting that and making it's rigged or not. But that Steph Curry, look, I don't care if that fucking still blows my mind to this fucking day. How he made like 6 in a row from 75 feet, like underhand, and just in practice. Like I know he's like the greatest, but dude, me and you have seen some great shooters. But how the 7 in a row, 6 in a row from that far?
Drones, man. Drones.
Bro, oh shit.
But-
So man, actually I did find, I mean, it's a small picture of it, Snoop. Not to get backtrack, but that Cardinals Larry Centers Jerry Maguire game. I got to share it. It's not the greatest picture, but this picture, up top to the left, he's literally leaping Larry Brown in the end zone right there. I'm literally, no bullshit, Snoop, I'm like probably 25 yards to the right of Larry on this exact play. He totally leaked him. He had 12 catches that game. Aeneas Williams had a touchdown interception, pick 6 on Troy Aikman. He was my other favorite Cardinal of all time. Good timing, sir. Yes. And then, we lost with 13-37. But, dude, if you find any more of those videos with like the magnet shit and like, not just like, where you watching, you're like, okay, no, it's not. But that was like, that looked legit. Keep doing it. This is interesting.
Word. But what else you got, man?
I think that's about it. I'm double checking everything. What about you? You out of ammo? You all?
I'm fucking donezo and looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully, we hopefully are recording with another amazing guest tomorrow. We can't say his name right now, but hopefully we are tight there.
Yeah.
I got another interview tomorrow too with someone. Looking forward to it. And dude, it's crazy, man. I'm up on episode 50, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. Yeah. So that's exciting.
That's crazy.
I'm excited. Yeah. And that's also, 1 year since the Here's the Thing podcast came out. So it's going to be
give yourself an applause, Snoop. 1 year. 40.
great. Great fucking spot.
That's true. If y'all don't know, Eastern, Here's the Thing podcast. You've had some bangers, brother, and I only caught a little bit of the one you had this week, but I'm gonna probably try to watch it tonight. The Colts drummer you had on.
Oh yeah, dude, he's dope, man. He's all English, so you can hear a bloody accent.
Cheerio.
But
Cheerio.
everybody go to the phone booth podcast.substack.com. It's a great place to check out podcasts, and it's getting cleaner every day around there. So I'm excited to see the future of the phone booth podcast, and then we'll get our Substacks figured out, and we're going through some shifts like we mentioned in the beginning today. So, but yeah, we're still going to be posting every week. Bangers every week.
That's what we do. Goal. That's what we do. Maybe some other platforms on the horizon for us. So we work hard behind the scenes. Thank you all again to tuning in. Thank you all the people in the chat. I'm not sure if we have any new comments or whatnot lately, but shout out to all you people out there. If it wasn't for you guys in the space, we would be here. So we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Love you guys. For all you. That's right. And if you can guess the name of that singer, maybe we
All
should
right. Good night, everybody.
check us out next week. You know where to find us. The pick is in. Love you guys.
Good night, Heywood.